We're going back in time. We reacted too much. We need to go back and see how we can fix this. We almost got ruined by that.
Too much reaction.
Fucking hey! React less. I'm like, all right, sorry.
It's a big Ben Stein from now on.
I think that the video was a video that had things that I particularly were interested in. More interested than things I normally like.
One of these days, I'm gonna master the cadence of oh my god, Jeff Goldblum.
I am the Jeff Goldblum of YouTube. Anytime I edit, I'm just like,
I love Jeff.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 45 of the Taste Cast, our weekly podcast where we talk about things, we react to things. If you don't like reactions, you're in the wrong place. And yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Quick reminder, something I need you to do for me. Play Bound, play Worms Battlegrounds, and play Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is our game of the month, and the other two are offered on PlayStation Plus right now. You can play those. Come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. We'll be talking about our impressions of those. Let us know yours. And yeah, so with every Tasty Cast, we start off talking about what we've been playing. So yeah, Chris, how about you start?
The game of homework is ever present in my life. More so the last couple weeks than ever. But in the times that I'm not doing homework, I've been playing Blizzard, as always. All the Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Warcraft these days, just because I can like mindlessly run around and do nothing, really.
Yeah, I can kind of get behind that because in one of the games that's on my list is a mobile game called Fly for Fun, which is a mobile version of a free-to-play game, Fly for Fun, if anybody doesn't know what that is. And even though it is designed to like play without really having to have too much to do with it, I kind of get that idea of like playing MMO, you can kind of play passively and just get things accomplished, your dailies, all that kind of shit while doing whatever. I mean, it's
right.
Perfect for just putting on the side and every once in a while going, oh, yeah. So, yeah. Play anything else?
Overwatch. Yeah.
Get anything cool?
No.
Me neither. Anytime I play it, I never do anything cool.
There's nothing out.
Fucking Call of Duty, they give me everything. I constantly get like the highest rarity.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, it's weird.
I did make a new toon in World of Warcraft. I made a Demon Hunter. It's a Blood Elf. It's my favorite race of all time because they're sassy as fuck.
Isn't there only certain races that can play with that?
Night Elves and Blood Elves.
Huh, that's weird.
Only the Elves. But I'm surprised I got away with his name. It's literally all anal put together.
That's a good name. Very telling.
Yep. No flags yet. No one commenting. Nothing. So
Anal Hunter. We're already off to a good start. And the Blizzard.
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
Waiting for the new champs to come out. Just test them out.
They're not out yet?
No.
The ones that they showed off?
Alex Straza and Hanzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not out yet. But they're still doing their... Heroes of the Storm is still doing the Halloween event.
Really?
You can still get Halloween loot boxes, so I've been getting a shit ton of those.
Fortnite's still doing its Halloween stuff too.
Weird.
I don't mind it just because it's an event. There's things to earn, lasting longer. It gives people the opportunity to,
Like a really stupid looking mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horse wearing a purple sheet with a bucket shaped like a pumpkin in its mouth, and the purple sheet has pumpkins all over it. That's the mount.
Sounds pretty lame.
It's so dumb.
There's mounts in Heroes of the Storm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Still need to play it. Anything else?
Oh.
All right, well, it's going to go quick. Chevy.
I also have been playing Fliff Legacy. And...
Which is a mobile game of a free-to-play MMO that exists already.
Yeah.
A game that you don't have to play. You can just turn it on.
I don't play it. I just tell my character, I'm like, hey, I want to do this quest. It's like, cool, I'll do that. Come back in a minute and check on me. Like, all right.
I literally started playing that game, and I'm not a mobile player at all, specifically on phones. Like, half the time I just do it for a second. I'm like, oh, I get it, and then I'm done. But, like, this, I was looking at, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember Fly for Fun when that came out, free to play, whatever. And I was like, I wonder how it translates onto phone. I started playing it, and, it's like, okay, go do this mission. So I click the mission to see if, I can read what you have to do, and he starts running to us. So I'm like, okay. And then he starts playing, and I'm like, oh, this is dumb. You don't have to play this game. Like, what am I gonna do? And then like I kept watching the screen, and he's killing things. I'm like getting money and leveling up. I'm like, I'm like, we'll do the next mission. I'm still playing the game. I can't stop playing it. I'll probably be done in about a week, but yeah, it's weird.
It sounds like the laziest MMO I've ever heard of.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's MMOs out there on PC that already did that. So
Sure,
But
sure.
and maybe there are some that do it that much, but like there are free to play games that like will allow you to click on a mission and run to it. There's not as many as
you still have to fight though.
but you still have to fight, and it doesn't automatically do all your skill upgrades and shit. Like it's doing my attribute points. I didn't know you could do that manually. I went in there to check, and it's like, you want to do this manually? I'm like, I can't. Can I? I had no idea. You just assumed that fucking you should be doing it, and you've been doing great. So fuck it. Like you keep doing it. I don't need it.
This is the type of MMO that people would play the movie Wall-E.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I literally will have it running while I'm playing like actual games, or when I'm working at work. I'll just like put it on and just like go do my job.
That's so little interactivity for me. That's too little.
There's
Well,
no interactivity aside from turning it on.
I'll say you can play. So,
Well, in some dungeons, you kind of should be playing because like there's like a hallway with a shitload of enemies, and he'll kill all those constantly. They keep coming back. There's a wall you have to break through. And there's a time limit. So if your guy doesn't break through it, I mean, you need to kind of be present for that.
Okay.
yeah, I'll say for dungeons, and also the first time you run them, depending on the difficulty, or per difficulty, you have to manually play at least once. So,
Yeah, which I appreciate. At first, like, God damn it, I'm like, I probably should play this game a little bit.
Yeah.
But for being like a full fledged MMO on your phone, and it being designed for phones, so like phone games, you want to have like little interactivity, like be able to play a game for like 2 minutes and put it away. It's kind of perfect. It's actually kind of neat how much there is to it for something that's on your phone. So
yeah, it's mostly just a micromanaging game.
yeah,
So,
which I'm fine with.
let's see. I played more Nier Automata. I am working towards ending C. Or 3, whatever way you want to word that. The game is by letters, so I'm not going to talk about it too much because for spoiler reasons. But
Yeah, I still haven't started the third playthrough.
the third playthrough is much different than the first 2, so which is kind of neat. I did take a break from that though to start playing Persona 5, which I've been playing as well. That game, besides the really long essentially tutorial process, you go through a lot of like there's a lot of features, and it I mean, I guess it's good if you've never played like that type of game before, but it really just kind of like gives you a little bit of a tutorial at a time as you're playing through the story. So that part might be a turnoff for some people. It's just something you have to kind of like get through to actually be able to play the game. It also is really reminiscent of micromanaging as well, though, with all the little side stuff you can do. I think probably the biggest attraction of that game, though, is its visual style is absolutely awesome. Characters look cool, even just like the UI stuff, which is completely unnecessary. It's just a blast to look at. So, if you like JRPGs, I think it's a must play.
If you like anime too, it's a must play because you're literally playing anime. Yeah. I'm not huge in JRPGs, but I appreciate them. There's been a couple I like, and I used to be really big into anime. I'm not so much anymore, but I still watch it every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Even me getting into it, like my only struggle has been the tutorial process, but it's not even that big of a deal. There's just other games I'd rather play. But anytime I do play it, I appreciate it. I think it's really neat. My biggest problem with it is some of the kind of lame English dubbing you get from a port of a Japanese like anime to like American, because like sometimes there's like, hey, you big bully, and I'm just like, ugh, no one talks like that.
Yeah.
But I look past it because I've been dealing with that since I was a kid when it comes to dubbings. But it's still, I mean, the voice acting's not even that bad. So
no, the actual like actors themselves are really good.
Sometimes the writing's just kind of weird.
The dialogue's funky.
Subject matter's actually pretty mature, which I appreciate.
Well, he was watching, and I fought a very phallic monster.
Yeah, that was weird.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so not very kid friendly in that regard. They
No.
also swear a lot.
Yeah, they do.
So
And the monster fusion is pretty morbid too.
oh yeah,
The whole process of fusing your personas together, just you cover them in a cloth, you wrap them in chains, and you shove them in a guillotine.
yeah. And then you chop their heads off.
Well, even subject matter with like the story, like in the beginning, you know, with the teacher who's doing some questionable things and who's trying to be sneaky about it, and then somebody, I don't remember if they do or at least they attempt suicide.
They attempt
because of shit that they've gone through. I was just like, wow, this is actually the game in itself, in its like essence isn't dark, but like the subject matter in general is like.
Yeah, but Shin Megami, like all the Shin Megami games and stuff like that, have always had dark tones to them.
Sure, but like in 2017, I wasn't expecting something like that because I felt like it'd be softened up a bit.
And I'm with you. I agree with that because I mean, people had a fit with Persona 3 when the kids were putting guns to their heads to some of their personas. So,
Which is edgelord shit, but yeah, it is kind of they are kids, so
Yeah.
it was interesting. But yeah, I actually watching you play it, I feel like I should play it because apparently I'm right there where I wanted to be. Where
You get
it
some more
starts
freedom.
opening up. Yeah, because it's been kind of like a fucking on rails
There's certain
story. That I'm
things-
just like, this is a long anime.
well, and there's certain things you have to learn too. Like if you go into the dungeon, that is what you're gonna do that day. You don't get any freedom after that. So like you're like after your class is done and you're like, okay, we're gonna go into the dungeon. That's what you're doing.
Kind of like a dungeon MMO.
Yeah, kind of.
Once you queue up, you're in there. If you leave, you're a dickhead.
You're waiting.
Played WoW recently. It's nothing like that anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, you have to manage your time really, and you really have to think about it. And sometimes you'll be like, there was like 3 days in the game where I was trying to like make lockpicks, and I kept like running into events. I was like, all right, I'll do the event, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, the day's over, you gotta go to sleep. I was like, but I wanted to make lockpicks.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird system too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, but it's bedtime. I'm like, what the fuck?
That loosens up as you play too, because I just now got the ability to walk around the place around the coffee shop at night. So
Little boy's getting freedom. Growing up.
a little bit.
Growing up so fast.
But yeah. And Super Mario Odyssey. That's the other game I've been playing.
That's it? That's all you've been playing?
That's it. It's been my week.
Super Mario Odyssey is still pretty cool. You talked about it a little bit on Taste Tuesday.
No, it's awesome. I mean, anyone who likes Mario, this is probably one of the best Marios that's come out in a while, in my opinion. So
Looks like it. That's kind of the console seller for me. I just gotta get that money to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna jump through a couple of these. So I just got done playing Evil Within 2 some more. That game's fucking awesome. It's getting better and better, and I really like the first one. So I mean, I'm definitely a fan of the series. I really want a third one. I don't know how it's gonna end, but it's also gorgeous. It's on like the id engine because it's through them, Bethesda and all that shit. So which a lot of them use that. So there's some really good looking parts in the game, which is surprising. Assassin's Creed Origins, played that some more. That game's still really fun. After our trip, right before it, I bought that wheel for racing games or whatever, and then when it came back, I was like, I barely played Gran Turismo, so I played that a little bit. That game is fucking awesome. I also picked up Drive Club because it was like $18 brand new, and never tried that when it came out. That was a perfect excuse to play it now because I have that wheel. Didn't realize that it is a arcade racer, but it's actually really fun, really cool. Also has the best rain physics on a windshield I've ever seen in a game. You'll be driving and they're hitting the windshield and the windshield wipers are pushing them out of the way, and when you're turning they'll actually like slide across the windshield and stuff like that, and I was like, wow. They put a lot of work into that, so thought it was worth mentioning. A little late on that though, the game's been out for a while, but for me it's brand new. Me and you played Fortnite.
yes. Oh yeah.
Which was cool. It was nice to play with somebody finally. I play that game every once in a while. I log in every day to get my stuff, but typically if I do play, I play with random people, so it's kind of cool to play with somebody, even though I'm so far ahead now that I'm not getting XP, but it's cool because I still get resources. But that was fun. I want to play the Battle Royale mode some more. I just haven't been in the mindset to do that. Anything you want to say on Fortnite?
I see Chris's brother plays the Battleground mode a lot on that. But no, not really.
He was streaming.
Today.
It's probably the wife.
No, it's him. I saw him. He was just sitting there, and there was like, well, that sounds kind of mean putting it that way, but like nobody's watched him. He's just like, I was like, he wasn't saying shit. I was like, that was weird.
Tip for you, Frank. If you're going to stream, even though nobody's there, just talk. Talk to yourself.
Yeah, learn to talk to
Just
yourself.
be like, well, I'm running across the field. Hopefully I don't get shot. Oh, I got a gun. Hopefully I find some more guns. Fucking, oh, there's some ammo. Oh, there's a tree. I'm going to get behind the tree. I'm going to hide behind the tree. Oh, I'm getting shot. I'm dead. Oh, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Just spew. Vomit.
I won't do that, but people do that, and people love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, played Bound, played Worms Battlegrounds, played Titanfall 2. So for the first time in a long time, I actually played all 3 games already this month, which is fucking great. And quickie review for Plus Club and all that shit. I'm liking all 3 games, so definitely be playing them. I recommend all of them, which is awesome to be able to say. Bound is not what I expected. It has VR stuff in it. I want to check it out before we actually talk about it. Worms is Worms, so if you like Worms, you never played Worms, play Worms. And Titanfall 2 is fucking awesome. Pick it up as soon as possible. You don't have it because it is dope. And then the last thing I've been playing, I've been struggling to play, worst launch I have seen of the series, Call of Duty World War II, is still having server problems, even though they released a patch to fix that. After they released the patch, the problems got worse. I couldn't get into matches. Nobody was there in the matches. I was playing a slideshow. Teleporting around. People were killing me before they came out around corners. I literally at one point was running in an empty room and I saw bullets fly through the wall at me. And then I died and a guy all of a sudden was in front of me shooting me. I was like, oh, that's dope. Happens way more than I'd like to say. But outside of that, I'm enjoying it. I'm like literally one level away from prestiging. And I'm at a crossroads. I don't know. I feel like after I prestige, I might be done with the game, which is really weird to say.
Wow.
I need to beat the single player, and I really enjoy the zombies mode. But as for multiplayer, I don't feel anything making me want to play it anymore. Which is, I mean, I played Titanfall 2 the other day, and I enjoyed that more. And I want to play Black Ops 3. So I don't know what the fuck's up, But I was literally looking at all the game modes. I'm like, do I want to? I was like, I got to complete these missions to get rewards. So I guess I'll go do that. But like, I'm not really a big fan of the maps. The maps all look awesome, but the layouts and the way they're designed are not good for gameplay. They just look really cool. It's really bizarre. The guns are all cool. But yeah, it's weird. I just want to prestige and see what happens. And after that, I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it as much as I have been, which is kind of disappointing. It's the first time I felt that since Ghosts, which was fucking awful. But this game's not awful. Single player's cool though. It's fun. It's beautiful looking. And yeah, like I said, zombies is probably my favorite part of the whole game, which has never been a thing for me in Call of Duty. So I'm really confused. But yeah, that's about it. Also, I heard early on that there's supposed to be co-op in the single player, which would have been fucking awesome because it has all these team dynamics. There's a medic that will throw you med packs, all that kind of shit. It would have lent itself so perfectly for a 4-player co-op mode, and it's not there at all. So whoever said that was a leak or that was a feature that's going to come out, and it's not real, you suck. All right, so anything else anybody wants to say before we move into reactions? I'm going to warn everybody watching this, we are going to be reacting to videos. If you don't like that, you're in the wrong place. Because we're going to be talking about it, because that's what we do. If you like that kind of thing, though, you're in the right place. Welcome. Anything else?
No.
Please stop giving me so much homework.
You, stop doing it. Everyone watching this.
Why do you do this to Chris?
Why?
Everybody collectively, fucking all 240 subs, which is awesome.
Hey.
Thanks for hitting the sub button. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. We love hearing from you guys. But yeah, all 240 of you guys, stop working together to just create homework for Chris. Let him live his life.
Please.
Tell me about one of his projects. I'm just like, whew.
Due on Thursday.
Yeah, so we skipped over Monster Hunter last week for the first time in a long time since the trailers have been coming out to cover BlizzCon, which is cool, is refreshing. But there's been quite a bit of things that have popped out for Monster Hunter. So we've got 2 videos we're going to be watching. The first one is a breakdown of Rotten Vale. We saw footage of it, but we didn't really see any information on it. So it'll be kind of interesting to watch that. We also have a video that covers new Mantles, arena quests, Elder Dragons, and more. So
both of these are from RX again.
Always, yeah. Most of them are. Yeah. So let's get into
More Mantles. I can only imagine what you're gonna get. Because we got the Flight, the Angry one, and the Heidi one.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
We'll find out. Okay.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. In today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about some of the footage that came out of Paris Games Week. More specifically, this footage from a live stream where they showed us
very gross.
the new map, the Rotten Vale, that
Yeah.
was revealed in
All the
Paris
bones
Games
and all the.
trailer. This is the fourth
It looks like
map
it's almost
now to
rotting,
the
even though I
list.
think that's
We have the
just.
ancient forest, the Wildspire Waste,
I mean, it's rotten
Highlands,
Vale, so I
and now
guess it
this
could
one
be
is
rotting.
Rotten
Yeah.
Vale. It is again very different to anything we have so far. It's also very different to kind of
God
anything we've
damn.
seen
That thing
in
just came out of
Monster
nowhere.
To date, this is a much kind of like darker, more grim-looking map. It's basically comprised of bones and decomposing bodies. But
It's like the
in this
Plague
video, I want
Lands.
to talk a little bit more about
Yeah.
the actual map itself, some of the monsters you'll fight in this area, anything else you kind of might want to know, just sort of things you
That's
can know from the background, like
a variance
right there,
of the
there is,
Uragon.
the remnants of a kind of
What is?
skull.
That is.
Say
That's the
yeah.
Uragon, the big guy with the
You know, just think
smash
about
his
what
jaw
comes
down.
out. So,
Ew, look at that.
It's a
What the fuck-
variance of
What the
him.
fuck is
Appreciate
that?
it. Comment down below if you have any questions. If there's anything you guys saw that I didn't kind of talk about, by all means share that. Also, the footage that I've been putting out from Japan, there is still plenty more of that to come, but I thought I'd take a quick detour. And
It's
talk about
amazing how
Paris
much
Games
shit
Week
they're
since it
showing
has
on this
just
game.
happened.
Yeah, there you go,
Some
she's
guys
doing the
have
roll
asked me,
thing.
"Are we covering this?" So the answer is indeed
Damn.
yes. Also, don't forget to enter the Xbox One console giveaway if you guys haven't had a chance. I'm giving
So is
that
it not
away, and
hostile
there's
or
another
what?
one to enter, so the
Just
link for
cruising
that is in the
around.
description box down below.
Probably perceives the character as not a
Let's talk
threat.
about the map. So first thing,
To
high level,
crack him in the
Rotten
head.
Vale, it is a deadly
They have
valley,
such strong
basically
armor
filled
usually.
with, as I mentioned,
I'll break
corpses,
it.
bones. So it is quite a sort of grim looking area. It does kind of remind me of that area in Monster Hunter Cross or Generations, the bone graveyard where you fight Nikakos, but of course,
What's the
it's
Monster
on a
Hunter that's on
much,
Switch in
much grander
Japan?
scale. In fact, some of the corpses you actually find around the area can be carved.
Isn't it
You'll
Generations?
see that a little
I
bit
think
for
so.
a different version of it or
It's
something?
so
Mhm.
weird they won't release that here.
Hasn't
I mean, I
fully
want this,
exposed
but
some of the
if
body
you got a
structure
Switch,
still
why would you
there.
want to
If
have
go
that?
over to it, you can get a cheeky carve. So there are some monsters you'll be able to kind of grab parts from here without actually having to.
That is not a monster I
You're not
wanted
gonna
to
be able
climb
get
around
full
on.
line free carves from it, but still, it's something to consider. On top of that, there is also, given the fact there are kind of these decomposing corpses in here, there is this toxic gas that takes over
Toxic
quite a large part of the areas.
sludge.
If you kind of walk
Interesting.
through it as a hunter, it is dangerous to us, so it will basically start to gradually chip away at your health, and if there are monsters in the area, then that gas will cause them to be much more aggressive. So you need to kind of watch out for that. Fighting
I was like,
it
he
is
doesn't seem to be
important.
fighting back a whole
There are
lot.
ways to clear that, but again, we'll touch on that once we get a little bit closer to the actual area. However, talking about the actual monster,
His
they're
little
fighting
baby
right
arms.
Now, this is the Radoban, so it is a relative of
Bony
Uragan,
baby arms.
which is, of course,
What is it called?
monster
Vestigial
we've seen
arms?
in many games beforehand, but this one is much faster than its kind of cousin, so to speak, and it has a body that's covered in tar, and it then rolls around in the ground, and because of course we are in effectively a bone graveyard, then it collects those bones on its body, and that effectively
Gross.
forms its armor.
Damn.
So when you're fighting it, you will then gradually break those bones off, and it will then, reaccumulate them every time it runs away, but that's basically how you're going to be fighting it. You're going to be sort of, chipping away, breaking off some of those bones.
I think he's got a little nubby fucking tail.
Some sort of weak spots that you can start to dish out the damage, but then, once it does flee the area and starts rolling off again, then it's
Kinda
going to be
cute in
building
a
up back up.
fucking
So,
scary
that's
bony
gonna be
way.
kind of a constant juggling act, but it is a really cool looking monster actually. I mean, Uragan is, I'll be honest, it's not a monster that I've necessarily always been a fan of. It's it's an interesting enough fight, but it's never something that I've particularly been a huge fan of. But this one, the bony cousin, does look very, very cool. Of course, very fitting.
Yo,
with the
what up,
area.
bony
So,
cuz?
definitely interested to see what the armor for this one looks like. For those of you guys that haven't played Monster Hunter before, Uragan
Oh, God.
is quite bulky. So
Damn.
I'd imagine kind of a similar sort of thing from this one, but hopefully with the actual sort of bone structure coming through. But
It's
that
coming, bro.
is Radoban.
It's like the
So
last
one
place
of
that we
the
wanted to
monsters,
jump off
when they
shit.
first revealed it in the trailer,
Just
we
piles
didn't
of
have names,
bones.
but we do now
Yeah.
have names for all the new monsters
Bones
that
and
have been
rot.
revealed, so that is one for the list.
Oh.
However, the ones you're actually seeing here, the ones that kind of came in to attack it, these are the Gyros and the Great Gyros. So the Great Gyros is, of course, the big
Just climb right over them.
The other ones are just the small ones down there. The Gyros itself and the Great Gyros by extension.
Oh god.
It's like a snake walrus.
Kind of paralyzing coating on it. And rather interesting, you can see right there.
A puff bat, we got fucked snake walrus.
The Tarbone monster.
Got a fucking bony baby.
In the past, if ever there were kind of, these fights in previous Monster Hunter games, then anything like poison or paralysis and things like that, they were kind of more just sort of passive
Dr.
effects. But this time around,
Bones.
they can actually take effect on the monsters. So you can see that the Great Gyros used the fangs and it actually paralyzed the Radoban, which is really, really cool. So the interactions
I don't like
do
snake
go
walrus.
back.
They have been showing this more often of like the world having the animals like, interact more with each other, which is really nice.
No, I love it.
Get them to fight,
Makes it
then
feel more kind of
that's
like
just another
alive.
thing
Feels like there's an
advantage. Not
ecosystem.
only do you have environmental traps, not only do you have your own traps, not only do you have your own items, but you can also take into account, things that the monsters can do to one another. But Great Gyros, since we were kind of talking about them, that
Just
is
chill on his
a
back.
fanged wyvern. They again contain the paralyzing venom, so you do want to be careful because both
He's
the
thick,
small ones
too.
and the big ones can paralyze you. So
The hell is
if you're in a
that?
fight and they do kind of attack with attack, then that
Does
could
that just
be
slam his head
dangerous.
down?
If you're too close to it, it gives you a tremor effect and you kind of wobble around for a little bit.
Gotcha.
Comparatively speaking, it's not necessarily going to present as big a challenge as some of the other ones, but that's still another one to the list. So we've got
My
Radoban,
biggest
we have
problem though with
Gyros,
almost every video we've ever watched though is half the time the people are just running around like the fucking monsters, and we've never seen one like be like beaten. They always just hit them a lot, and then like the video ends.
Yeah, that's one thing to do with them, I remember. You put bombs down where you think it's going to try to smash its head in and blow up its head.
It's fucked up.
Net on the top of it, or like some vines. Radoban broke through it, and it's now trapped it in place.
That's
So, like,
awesome.
the ancient forest, when you see those trees with the vines
That's the
on,
worst for him, dude.
smashes into it.
God, I'm going to have to
Fucking God,
memorize
ever.
so many spots of where things are breakable that can be traps.
However, if we then jump forward
Oh, I'm
just a
sure
little
after a
bit
while it's
to
become like
this
muscle
area
memory.
here, you can
Be like,
see
run over to
an
blah, blah,
example
blah.
of some environmental traps you can use. Right at the top
Nice
is this
shot.
huge skeletal structure, basically creating an archway over this area they're fighting in. And there are lots of these bones or these maybe even teeth hanging down from the top, and you can shoot them with your slinger, and they can basically just fall down and land on the monster. Obviously, all these ones here haven't been placed very well. They didn't actually hit the monster, but if you can take advantage of it, if you can trap it in place, then they are a chance for you to deal some more damage.
Interesting.
That'll be better when you're like playing with a group of people though. You can kind of like
Coordinate
and get them over into an area and then drop
that. You
them.
put on the angry suit and be like, hey, look at me, look at me.
I'm the angry suit.
However, jumping a little bit further forward again, now going further down into the Rotten Vale,
Bone
this
pit.
pit with all the bones. This third monster, the red monster you see here, is Ordogaron. It is a very, very aggressive looking monster. It is.
Yeah.
People are going to be calling it almost like the miniature Devil Joe because
No, that looks like an angry weasel.
It doesn't look like it's got any skin in it. It's just like a ton of muscle.
Kind of like a wolf,
but
weasel,
it is a very powerful monster.
lizard.
Oh, damn!
It will fight
On its
with
fucking
basically
head?
anything it sees, even if what it fights.
Oh, it's a
Damn.
badger.
See there that it just
Yeah.
It's
a wolf badger. It's the back of its neck area reminds me of a wolf.
Dragging a Legiana through the ground.
The honey wolf badger.
This is a very, very scary.
weren't kidding about it being aggressive.
Bone badger.
Fighting, and also probably is getting scared of fighting at the same time because I imagine it's probably going to present a pretty beefy challenge. But regardless, it is what they will typically call, or kind of, it's got the
turning into a
nickname
mosh
as
pit down there.
claw claw
Fucking
wyvern.
badger puppy's
So
pissed.
See or anything it encounters and
Run away.
drag enemies and monsters into its lair. So when you do go further out, and if you kind of work towards the nest for that monster, that is going to be a chance for you guys to take advantage of some of those free carves.
The way he's dressed looks like he's trying to live amongst these guys.
However,
I am one of you now.
This is the
Oh.
Legiana I spoke about earlier. You can actually carve that. You can see the carving prompt right there. So
Oh, it's been
if
killed.
you do see those,
Interesting.
definitely
I think it's
free
crazy
carves.
Yeah, I was
looking.
talking about getting free carves by having the other monsters fight each other.
Well, that big one too, the Urgon. Normally, if you knock them over and you get onto their back fast enough, you can mine off their backs. So you can probably carve off that one.
Fighting a monster and you're getting
That's
hit anyway,
fucked
it's
up.
going to be another one you need to kind of factor in because you are gradually going to be losing health. But one thing you can do in this area is there are these flame pits you can basically put into your slinger, and if you fire them at
Light the
smoke,
gas on
you can then
fire.
basically create these little flame bursts, and it sets the toxic alive, or the toxin alive, should I say, and it then basically makes the smoke dissipate. So it is possible if you do need to fight in an area like that to clear the smoke, but it's just one of those things you'll need to kind of factor in. You might want to try and make sure you're always stocked on those if you kind of see those plants lying around.
I love how all the
Make sure you
different
grab
areas
stuff before you sleep,
and
because,
environments
again,
are so
it's gonna be
different.
pretty important. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. Now, as mentioned, the actual gameplay itself went on a little bit longer, so I will link the original video down below if you guys want to see the entire, I think it's about like 18 minutes of gameplay, you know, give or take. It's got like commentary over it and whatnot, so if you want to check that out, you can. It's linked down below. But for the time being, in terms of the stuff that I actually kind of want to talk about, then that is pretty much it. That is 3 new monsters that we've seen within this area. We have the Radaban, which is basically the bony cousin to Uragan. We have the Gyros, and by extension Great Gyros, and we also have Odogaron, which is the hyper-aggressive monster that basically seems to attack everything you see.
Wolf Badger.
Don't forget, there is of course a fourth
It's Badger
monster
Puppy.
that
And there's fucking Snake Walrus.
I have absolutely no idea what it is. It's basically sort of emerging from this part of the bones, but there wasn't really enough to kind of go on to even begin to formulate what it might be. So that is still a mystery. Whether we find that out before launch, whether there's going to be
Fucking those guys seem so busy.
They're
They're always just
something we're going to have to wait and see when the game comes out.
Scavengers.
Honestly, we don't
You need
know.
to
But
fucking
for
branch
the time
out and
being,
look in new
that
areas.
is a slightly deeper look at the
Look,
monster
it's
trail,
Helsing.
some of the stuff you guys need to know. If you have any questions,
It
again,
is.
let me know in the comments down below.
That's
If you
that
saw
all
anything
anal
I'd like to talk
fucking
about,
witch hunter.
comment down below as well. And of course, keep it locked because there is plenty more Monster Hunter World videos coming your way. But until then, thanks so much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next
You
time.
are so welcome.
Ciao.
Thank you for saying all that stuff. So that area seems pretty cool. Kind of gross.
I say, it kind of seems like a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Which is fine, like, especially if it's like the third area they're showing off. I'm assuming it's further into the game. So, like, at that point, you're going to want to be a little more skillful as a monster hunter. And that area is going to be more of a test than just like the first area, just running after things and hitting them.
Right.
Second area where you're flying around and having fucking puff bat up your ass.
Though it's not necessarily visually appealing, it is a good looking zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like looking at it and like I'm not like, oh, it's so neat. Like that's so
Yeah.
cool. I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah.
That place looks kind of fucking shitty in the best way possible.
I imagine there's going to be some sort of armor set that comes from an animal from that area that's going to make you immune to the gas.
Oh
while
yeah,
you're in
probably.
there.
Probably a bunch of bony armor too.
It's probably one of the bonus sets pieces for that
Yeah.
guy. Or the badger weasel dog thing.
Why, so you can just look like you're wearing muscles? You can be
Badger,
Super Meat
weasel,
Boy?
wolf, dog, monster, fang thing, red. It's red. It's mean.
Red mean thing.
Red mean thing. Second video is, like I said earlier, new Mantles, Arena Quests, and Elder Dragons. Hopefully we don't get 2 fucking ads during this one.
We will.
Ooh, Elder Dragons.
We will. And I won't enjoy it. I'm going to bitch. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You're a lot more quiet here this time, Arx. So, yeah, fucking .hack games. Didn't realize those were coming back.
It's out.
You gonna get it?
I'm on the fence because I didn't play the originals all the way through, and that's technically the sequel.
You think it's really gonna need you to play the prior ones?
I don't
though,
know.
this
I
far
gotta
out?
look into it.
Yeah.
So, but I would like to because I remember enjoying at least storyline wise. The games I didn't play GU, but the original played a little stiff. So,
Do you guys know? Do we have to play the other ones before we play this one? Let us
I'm
know.
not playing either of them. Okay, I want to play Monster Hunter. All right, let's get to it. I feel like we just did this.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. And in today's video, I wanted to put together a
Both
quick
gameplay.
news roundup because over the past few days, there have been various bits of information coming from different outlets. If you guys haven't already seen, then Game Informer currently have a month-long exclusive cover story for Monster Hunter World. And over the next month, I think it's like 3 or 4 times a week, they're dropping some new information. They've currently shared some of their initial hands-on impressions, some footage from the Coral Highlands, and just yesterday they uploaded a quick-fire interview with...
and they are aggressively advertising this game. They are taking a bit of a gamble coming back to console, though.
Yeah. I think they're going to do good, though.
Yeah.
Just the reception our small channel's getting is enough to show that.
Yeah.
The most recent information that you guys need to know. So if you've missed anything, then you have it all in one place. I will, of course,
666 damage.
next week. I've still got
The
plenty of
devil's
stuff to
damage.
do.
Mark of the
For the time
beast.
being, let's talk news. So if you do enjoy this, like, be super appreciated.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to using bows.
Let's get started.
Yeah, I'm
So
actually
first,
for the first
I'll
time
link
like actually
down below
interested in
the
doing
Game
range
Informer
again.
Monster Hunter hub. The next update for that is going to be on November the 13th. But of course, if you bookmark that and you keep an eye on it, you can stay up to date on some of the most recent information. Plus, you can actually catch that interview that I spoke about. It's a really, really good interview. It's kind of funny as well. Just sort of
I like that, like, dash back and turn to shoot.
However, some top level stuff from that. So first things first, egg quests are making a return.
Hell yeah.
Seen this, but
Hell
for those
yeah.
of you that are new to the Monster Hunter series, egg quests have a rather special place in a lot of Monster Hunter fans' hearts.
Yeah,
They're
the
both
original
funny
game
and
irritated
also
me
a
to
completely
all
different
hell.
kind of hell.
The
You
first
guys
time
know
it's like,
what
hey,
they are.
go get this
Basically, in
egg
the
from that
past,
wyvern
you would
nest.
typically have gone to, say, a monster's nest. You would then go and
I just got a weird thing for games where, like, and they're always a bitch, but I always like the idea of you're, like, jacking someone's egg and just
weapon,
running with, like, what the fuck you doing?
And you basically just have to monitor your stamina, because if you run out of that, you also drop the egg. Plus, you also have to factor in that there are monsters roaming around, and if you get hit, you also drop the egg. So, as I'm sure you can imagine, they kind of...
So you don't want to do that by yourself.
Because you can then get to the point where
can.
you're very near the
Yeah,
end,
don't want
you
to.
don't want to, yeah.
You must someone with the angry suit
So,
on.
they're kind of funny and also painful
Jingle,
at the same
jingle,
time.
jingle.
However, they are making a return in
All
Monster Hunter
fucking around.
I like how you're just all about having. You're like, look, you pissed the monster off. I'm gonna go do the quest.
You make it so he doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
We're gonna dress you up in the fluffy suit that squeaks and has a clown nose.
About the notion of, say, optional quests.
Dress you up like Pennywise, and you're just gonna go out there and let him hit you.
That's the scary suit.
That's why he gets pissed. It's like, what the fuck you doing? Why you dressed like that? Like, I don't know. He dressed me like that.
So
Like, well, I'm gonna beat your
they
ass.
are definitely making a return. On top of that, something else that came out of the interview, there will be more than one new Elder Dragon. Now, currently,
Interesting.
we've seen what I believe to be two. We know that Zora Magdaros is an Elder Dragon, and I believe that No Gigante is also an Elder Dragon based on the fact that the scout flares go blue around him, which seems to kind of coincide with what they do around Zora Magdaros. So that's probably two already, but they did confirm there are going to be more than one. So
That's cool.
hopefully,
Yeah.
outside of the two that we know,
This whole time I'm like,
there
oh,
will
cool, there's gonna be one.
but that
So,
will of course be really awesome. And again, for those of you guys that are new to the series, Elder Dragons typically present their own kind of challenges. They
get
are
shot in his fucking
slightly
face.
more
That's
difficult. They usually
rude.
typically fight further towards, say, the end of
I just-
the
yeah, shoot
campaign,
him in his
and
fucking
also you
face.
can't actually trap
Use
Elder
that
Dragons,
piercing
That,
arrow.
I said that wasn't even an arrow. It was a goddamn spear.
Still, very, very
Hey,
cool.
shot like
Normally
two
have
right
full
in the
armor
side of his
sets, So
head.
definitely something to look forward to. On top of that, the farm in Monster Hunter is not going to be a Palico farm. Now, what I mean by that is there is still a farm, and I'll actually show it to you guys in a video next week because I had a chance to explore Astera and test out the farm. However, in previous Monster Hunter games,
Oh, the
you
beta's
basically
coming
employ
soon.
multiple cats. You would then send them to the farm. They would then, work for you and then duplicate items.
I
Things
will
like
be
that.
streaming that, by
However,
the
this
way,
time
for
round,
sure.
The one Palico that you make at the beginning of the game, that is the only Palico you will have. Now, the reason kind of that's different is because in the past, you would get different cats, they would have different skills, you could then basically have, 20, 30 cats, you could swap them out, you could take out which ones you wanted to into the field, leave the
Right.
other ones at home to, work or kind of go and gather, whereas this time round, the one you make during the character creation process is the only Palico that you will get. And as for the farm, it works a little bit differently, and I'll speak about that a little bit later in this video. However, the last thing I want to take from the Game Informer interview is that Poogie will be making a return. Again, for those of you guys new to the
the pig,
series,
right?
Poogie
Yeah.
is a character that has for a long time been in Monster Hunter. It's a bit of a mysterious character because you can interact with it, you can pet it, and if you time it right, you get hearts above its head. It's for a long time been sort of theorized or speculated that it kind of gives you luck, but
I like when he gets
never actually
pissed
said
off.
what it's an ongoing mystery. I haven't personally seen it myself whilst playing in Monster Hunter. I didn't see it roaming around the town or in my house. Which
Sounds
is
like they're
typically
bringing
where
back
you
a
see
lot
it.
of
So
shit
for
from
now,
a lot
I
of
wasn't
different
sure whether
games,
it's
which is
gonna be
really
a
cool to
game, but
hear.
they have confirmed
I'm
in
so
the
glad they didn't
priority
half-ass this
that
game.
it is
Yeah.
a game in some way, shape, or form. We just don't know how yet. So, that is a quick summary of some of the stuff from the Game Informer interview. Moving over from there to talk a little bit about Mantles.
Oh, bye.
In the Game Informer cover article, there is this screenshot here, which shows a hunter going toe-to-toe with a Rathalos wearing a brand new mantle. This is a red mantle. It kind of looks a little bit like Rathalos' scales on it.
Maybe
And
it's
you can really
fire
see the hunter
resist.
standing in
Maybe.
fire. Now, they haven't said what this
Oh,
mantle is,
yeah.
but if I had to hazard a guess, based on the fact that you're specifically standing in the fire whilst wearing this, I would be willing to bet it's some kind of fireproof or fire-resistant mantle that allows you to stand there.
I know it's a
take
video
fire
game,
hits,
but I like how you're
whether
wearing
it's
like
fire and then
this
you
little like
process
half
the
cloak
process.
thing,
That's
standing in fire. Like
mantle
this is
on
okay.
the list. On top of that, there was another one
I feel nothing.
I'm
Japanese
fine.
Twitter account, and that is this one, the health mantle. I'm not entirely sure whether that's the exact name for it, but essentially this kind of works like a second life bar. When you wear it, it allows you to take a certain amount of damage before it breaks, and then once it breaks, it then goes into cooldown, and then you're back to your health bar. And the actual description says...
Interesting.
So it's
basically
Master
tank.
Chief's shield.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So it's definitely the one that, like, if you can get the monster to focus on you, you want to be wearing.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like being a tank, like class.
You can take a couple of extra hits before...
Whereas like the one that like allows you to sneak around would be better for somebody who's like ranged or
Right.
rogue type.
Just throw that on Josh. We'll give him a big hammer and the suit to piss things off.
He's gonna have to alternate between the two mantles.
Just let him get knocked out of his fucking clothes.
So with that in mind, that then brings the total mantles currently that we've had confirmed up to 7. We now have the Ghillie Mantle, which allows you to hide from monsters. The
That's exciting. That's fucking cool to hear there's that many mantles already. There's probably more.
Take a few hits without flinching. The Glider Mantle that you can use to fly through the air and ride the wind torrents in the Coral Highlands.
Damn, you did that to yourself, homie.
Sort of see in passing, which is basically like a waterproof one / also allows you to move slightly more smoothly through mud. The Health Mantle and also that other one, which I'm assuming is a heat resistant mantle. So that's the update on that one. And finally, turning my attention to Famitsu. Now, I'm only going to call out a couple of things from here. Gaijin Hunter actually did a really good video on this. He always does this where when a new Famitsu article comes out, he reads the whole thing. So I'll link you his video in the description box down below. He basically went through all the new pages, lots of cool information in there, but there are a couple of things I want to talk about very specifically. First things first, Arena Quest, they are going to be making... I actually saw these in the...
He's so happy.
I actually wasn't allowed to play Arena Quest or try them out for myself, but they were at the desk. Basically, again, for those of you guys new to the series, Arena Quests will pit you against a certain monster with preset gear. So instead of taking your own gear and your own weapons into it, you will typically load into it, and there will normally be, say, 5 configurations. It might be like this armor set with a heavy bowgun, this armor set with a greatsword, this armor set with a longsword, and you have to pick one of those armor sets to go into the quest, complete it. You are then timed, and of course you then get rankings based on your timing. So they're a cool challenge. Sometimes they have things you can unlock as a result of them.
I would say that's the only reason I even do it.
Yeah.
It's cool though that they have that.
Maybe you just do it for the badges or the tokens you get to see what you can make, because you can make some like unique gear with it.
Well, a lot of people are going to do it to kind of compare to other people and be like, oh, I did it in this time, blah, blah, blah. But,
I'm the fastest hunter.
Yeah, which I'm not too interested in for this game, but if you do get stuff for it, I'll definitely do
quickly
it.
as possible, and they actually have this as like an ongoing competition. It's never something that's actually got outside the West, but having global leaderboards is now a chance for people outside Japan to...
These little quad toes? Those are creepy.
Like a chameleon.
On top of that, there are a few features in the Famitsu article of the farm, but as mentioned, I will show you guys that in a video next week. But essentially, the farm is a chance for you guys to multiply or duplicate certain items. So let's say if you wanted more honey because you want to make mega potions, then you can put them into the farm, use like a fertilizer item to increase your...
It's usually bee larva for honey.
And then you go off on quest, you come back, say, 3, 4, 5 quests later, and you've got a bunch of honey, so you didn't actually have to go and gather it yourself. Pretty useful. The alchemy pot is also going to be making a return. However, different to last time, instead of using it to make charms, you will instead now use it to make consumable items and bowgun ammo. And then as it's leveled up, you can also use it to craft decorations. Now, decorations are things that you put into slots in your armor that allow you to
those kind of decorations.
gain additional skills or boost points in certain skills. In the past, you used to craft them from the armor vendor. However, that seems to have changed this time round. Plus, you can also get decorations as quest clear rewards, so it seems like they're changing the way that those actually work now. So, you know, obviously you have talisman, you can upgrade, and now you'll of course have decorations that you can get from the alchemy pot, and also as rewards. So, for the time being, that's pretty much it. That is a roundup of some
a lot of shit.
information.
A lot of stuff to
There are
go
some
over.
links down below, things you guys should definitely check out. The Game Informer hub, so you can stay up to date on some of their Monster Hunter World coverage.
There's even more info coming out too, he said.
And of course, also Gaijin Hunter's video on the Famitsu article.
You say
But for the
Game
time being,
Informer?
That's it. Stay
How will
tuned.
they
I'll
get an
probably
exclusive?
show
They're a
you guys
magazine.
some more stuff
I mean, I'm
from
sure they got a
my
website.
They have
Until
a
then,
website.
Take it easy.
I'm sure they got one. These guys are sending me their magazine all the time. I just look at it and put it in the recycling. Thoughts? Post video thoughts.
It is cool to see, you know, all the different mantles and whatnot. It'll be especially nice, and like you kind of said earlier, except it was a different category, but in team dynamic, being able to like plan like someone to be the shield essentially, so they could wear the one with the extra hit point. You know, if you wanted to be a bow person, you have the ghillie suit, so you have less chances of getting hit, kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's neat. It adds a lot of flavor to your character design.
Yeah, I love like loadouts in general and anything, whether it's a first-person shooter, MMO, fucking game like this. And it's kind of cool to think like if you're gonna go fight something that's gonna like fire heavy, you'd have like 3 people who are probably gonna be up close to it, maybe with like fire resistant stuff on, and then someone who's like ranged have something else that can benefit from that, like the ghillie suit or something like that. So,
Yeah.
a lot of cool ways to strategize, and even we've seen it a million times, but like the environmental stuff, seeing more of that was really neat because we were talking about being able to strategize with that. There's just so much to this game that's going to allow you to really cooperate with each other, which is exciting because a lot of games don't have that much going on in a cooperative game. It's mostly like let's all get together and shoot shit. So
And just create a mosh pit around this enemy.
yeah,
Yeah.
which we saw plenty of mosh pits in that video.
Well, even like the little bit I've had a chance to play because I didn't get to play Generations too much. I bought it, played it a little bit, and then got distracted by other games. But me and Chris were playing something, and at one point I just kept like climbing up onto this cliff, and then I'd jump down onto the monster's back, hit it a bunch, and then I'd run away and climb back up and jump off. And it was ridiculous. So,
That's the latest one, right? That came out for 3DS.
yeah, the
Yeah.
fan servicey one.
Yeah, that's the one I skipped just because it came out so quickly. I was expecting a full-fledged sequel after that, so which now we're getting this. So excited. Anything else to say? Awesome.
It's nice that they're going back to some of the older stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's not 1,800 pellet codes I have to keep track of. Just one.
Yeah, I like that more too. And I know you weren't too happy about it, but I think the egg thing's dope. Just because, like I
annoying.
said, I like doing shit like that. It's challenging. It's annoying that when you drop it, it breaks. But it'll feel accomplishing when you and your group do it. So
I just
Right.
hate how you're doing it, and all of a sudden, like, you grab the egg, and you start going back, and all the map changes. Like, oh, now this way's blocked. You can't go this way now. Oh,
Yeah, they make you go a long way and stuff. Yeah.
assholes with their fun game.
start crafting special suits just for the egg fronts.
Let us know in the comments what we think about any of that we watched. Do you like the egg thing? Do you think it's annoying? Do you hate it? Blah blah blah. What do you think about the mantles? We saw what, 3 new ones? 2 new ones?
We saw 2.
Yeah.
I think it goes too, yeah.
We talked about 3.
Yeah, which is awesome. Really excited.
And I
about that.
suspect if they have a fire one, they're gonna have other ones too.
Yeah,
Then
that's
for
the first thing I thought.
resistances.
Right.
Yeah. Very cool. So we're getting towards the end of the year, and in December we'll be talking about our games of the year, which is coming soon.
yeah.
So we got to be playing all the games that came out this year, and hopefully you guys do the same because we'll be talking about all the games that came out this year. There's so many games that came out this year that are good. In preparation for next year, we're going to dive into upcoming games for 2018, our most anticipated. Going to go through a list. And any ones that we might miss that might not be on the list, make sure to bring up. We originally were going to just like do a list, but there's so many games, so many good looking games coming out that we're just going to go through them, say what we think about them, and let us know in the comments what you think about them. Let's just jump into it. So the first one we got is Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. I actually played the original one a little bit. You played it quite a bit. Did you beat it?
No, I didn't.
No.
Beat it.
Did you ever play it? It's a Studio Ghibli looking game. It's actually really neat.
It is.
I actually kind of wish I went back and played it, but it will probably never.
It's got a bit of that
happen.
Pokemon vibe to it.
Yeah, this one says Ni no Kuni 2's RPG action is more Pikmin than Pokemon.
Okay.
Pikmin's
Instead of
fun.
controlling individually collected familiars from the sidelines, your party members, Evan, Roland, and Tani, are always in the thick of each real-time fight, assisted by a horde of cutesy elemental creatures called Higgledies, though the events once again take place in a parallel realm of Ni no Kuni. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. I don't know if I necessarily will play it, but I want to see it, and I know you'll probably pick it up.
Probably, yeah.
So, and it probably looked great because I thought the art style of the first one was awesome, and this is on PS4, so it's gonna look even better. Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game I've not heard of, coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This large-scale first-person medieval RPG takes place in a massive open world devoted to the real-world history of Bohemia. Not Rhapsody here, that's what they say. Haha, funny. In some ways, it's even more hardcore, stripping away the HUD indicators and minimap markers you've probably come to expect from giant RPGs, and amazingly quests and world events will carry on with or without you, adding a real sense of urgency to your hero's action. Stopping to chit-chat with every NPC could mean missing out on melee battle of a lifetime. Kingdom Come's refusal to hold the player's hand sounds like a refreshing change of pace, blah blah blah. It's your opinion. My opinion is that sounds pretty cool. I've actually never heard of this game. It looks decent. I'll have to look more into it. But you know, I'm down for games similar. They say it's kind of like a historically accurate Skyrim. I love fantasy games in that vein, so I welcome any new ones. Although it's always a steep order to try and do, because I don't know. There's been ones that have come out and just didn't really do it as well.
Right.
Like
I don't
Two
know.
Worlds.
I have a hard time, you know, like I said a million times on the channel with open world, so I'm gonna have to see some stuff on it before I get excited.
I really like open world games, but ones like this where it's like, oh, you didn't do this in time, really stress me out. Like I flip out about, oh, I didn't do this right, I gotta do this now, I gotta go back and do this, and it's too much for me.
See, I'm the opposite. I actually like games where I might have missed out on something, I might have to replay it, or I'll have that experience of going like, I didn't get to do that and somebody else did, because then it creates conversation. Whereas like in a game like Skyrim, someone's like, oh, I did this. I'm like, yeah, I did that too. So
Yeah, everyone did that, all right?
yeah, so I really like games like it's not the same type of game, but like DayZ. Like everybody has their stories in that game if they've played it, because it's so open ended that like it allows for all these different things to happen, which I really love. But with that game, I gotta see it. It sounds like a cool concept, but I can tell you all day, this game's awesome. You're gonna love it, and then you know play and you're like, what the fuck? This game sucks. Little known game that none of us have heard of called Monster Hunter World. It's coming out next year. I might look into it.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And I might pick it up if it looks good enough. So we'll just move from there. Really excited for that game. Far Cry 5. I can't fucking wait for this game. I love all the Far Cry games. This one's bringing back co-op. Primal didn't have it. And if you're not going to play co-op with people, you can use the NPCs in a tactical sense. The game looks like fucking fun. Vehicles, shooting, the setting is really neat. I would read more about this, but we all know what Far Cry is.
Is there still a lot of controversy over the setting? Because I know there was when it was
There
first
was when it
coming out.
first came out, but it's completely gone. That was just people looking to be fucking outraged.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumb. If you have a problem, I mean, violence in the country, I guess somebody could have an issue with that or whatever. But like violence against anybody's an issue.
I say it's okay when it's in a foreign country,
Yeah.
just not here.
Well, a lot of people didn't like it because like there's like a cult going on, so they kind of take it as like a protest against like Christianity in the country, which
Because there's never been cults in America.
I see where they're going with that, but it's just you
so
you have
stretched.
to go there mentally to
Yeah.
make that connection. That's not the game's not implying that.
No.
So if you see an agenda there, it's fucking Far Cry. You shoot a lot of crazy people. The things that make Far Cry is someone getting thrown into a situation that they kind of have to. That's a far cry from what they're used to, and they got to kind of adapt and become a warrior. Essentially, that's every Far Cry. And then the characters, which since Far Cry 3 has really shown, well, Far Cry 2 kind of, but Far Cry 3 really shows off these crazy characters with so much personality, and yeah, just crazy, awesome fucking combat. I mean, the setting is just, for me, I think it's fucking really interesting, because the only time we ever get shooters based in you know this country is when like the enemy has taken over. So it's either the Koreans or the Russians, and it's Red Dawn. And how many times we got to do that? And they're never done that well. And I know Far Cry 5 is going to be made fucking excellently, because these guys are like masters of what they do.
Right.
And it's just refreshing. So shut the fuck up. Sorry, I had a lot to say on that. You got me fucking
It's what I
started.
do. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't play a lot of shooters, but this one is, for some reason, piqued my interest.
Yeah,
Shoot all those hillbillies.
I've always appreciated Far Cry, but I can't play them, and just there's not enough there like of a drive for me to play it. I always look at it, I appreciate it, but like I'm like, I'd probably get bored with that after the one play session, type of thing. As for like this one, because of the way the co-op looks and stuff, I actually am interested in this one. So
Did you ever try the co-op in 4?
I think we tried to at one point, but they were having weird server issues.
Ubisoft having problems? with server shit.
Right.
No.
Weird. That's not like every game that comes out by them. Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z. Or is it Fighters?
I think it's Fighters.
I think it's Fighter Z.
I think it's Fighter Z.
Let us know in the comments if it's Fighters or Fighter Z.
It would make sense. It's a capital C.
Yeah. Just like when they put X's, a lot of people say X, but it means cross.
Yeah.
So
that's a Japanese thing, though,
yeah,
the cross.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, oh, you don't fucking know that? Because why the hell would they?
Right.
I only know it because I was
Right.
like, I heard it. I'm like, is that true? Looked it up. Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys are actually. This sounds kind of bad. This is being made by Arc Systems, which worked on
Guilty
made
Gear.
Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, which are some of my favorite fighting games of all time. And I keep seeing this, and it looks amazing visually. Like I was saying when we were watching it, it looks like the fucking anime in 3D. Like if they did a 3D version of the anime, I'd hope it looked like that. That's how good it looks, and it looks like a competent fighter. I just, for some reason, I'm not feeling the excitement. So maybe once it comes out, I'll feel it. I don't know why. It's really weird. But yeah, I know you guys are really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Guilty Gear, and I grew up with Dragon Ball, so it's two things I am looking forward to.
I wasn't really big into Dragon Ball as a kid. I mean, I watched here and there. I knew about it. I knew a lot of stuff about it. But the Arc company makes such really good games, fighting games. They're really solid, and a lot of the elements from Guilty Gear are being brought in.
It looks like it, yeah.
A Dragon Ball game for once. Like I've played all the other Dragon Ball games, and they're okay, but they're never what anybody really wanted out of it. Like it's always lacking something. They always look cheesy, or the moves are just repetitive. And this, I've watched so much people streaming this game already that it just looks so good, so good. It's got you know what X Factor mode is from Marvel vs. Capcom?
I don't remember.
You can activate it. Your characters do a lot more damage. They recover health faster.
Okay,
if you save it to your last guy, it lasts longer. They have the same thing in this. They've got I can't remember what it is, but they've got the exact same type of
Kind of
system.
like an oh shit button.
Yeah.
To prolong the fight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But all the moves look really dope.
Which fits Dragon Ball Z so well because there's always that fucking moment where someone is like gonna get defeated and then they got a second win. So
Yep.
It fits perfectly.
I'm excited to see exactly how many characters they add though, because Dragon Ball has a really big roster of characters that are capable fighters.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now.
Is this gonna cover Super?
Blue is in it.
There you go.
That's kind of cool.
So I mean, Krillin is
Probably
in
one of
it.
the first Dragon Ball games to be covering the new stuff.
I don't know.
We don't know. Let us know in the comments. Yeah. Anything else on that? A game that I've never heard of, again, called Wargroove, coming out for Switch and Xbox One and PC. It says, it seems Nintendo isn't about to revive Advance Wars anytime soon. Thank goodness developer Chucklefish stepped up to the... Chucklefish? Isn't that the guy?
No, it's not the guy. It's the publisher for Stardew Valley.
Okay. Stepped up to the plate to bring back turn-based strategy featuring delightful GBA, Game Boy Advanced style sprites. So it's essentially kind of like Advanced Wars. It's really interesting because Chucklefish, even though you're saying specifics, they did a game that was essentially Harvest Moon.
They published.
But still.
Yeah.
Anyway, way off the point. They published a game that is essentially Harvest Moon. Now they're publishing another game that's essentially another thing that people might be missing. So that's pretty cool. It looks pretty old school in its visuals, but
It looks just like Advanced Warfare.
or
Advanced Wars,
Advanced
excuse me.
Wars, yeah. But I keep saying I want more games like this, so I'm pretty excited. It's interesting that it's coming out for Xbox One and PC, Switch, but not PS4.
Yeah.
So I wonder why that is, unless they got some kind of deal with them. So thoughts?
I mean, I'll probably pick it up. I like these kind of games.
Yeah.
I'll probably get it on Switch.
I would, because it'd be cool to have it like portable. Yeah.
I'm glad a company is taking the effort to listen to what consumers are wanting and making those games. Finally.
Yeah.
Chucklefish is a weird one because they did Starbound, and then Concerned Ape, I don't know the guy's real name, made Stardew Valley on PC, and then in order to bring it to console, Chucklefish helped him out, and then they're helping him with the multiplayer stuff. So,
I just still not out. It's fucking crazy.
yeah, well, I think it's like one other guy helping with it. So, other than that, I don't really know their catalog. They're pretty small.
Yeah.
So and it's neat that they have something coming out on console though, as well as PC in that regard as well. Because I think Starbound came out on console. I think that's PC.
I don't think so either. Would have been cool in there though. I'm surprised it didn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well.
Yeah, looks cool. Next one is Sea of Thieves, a game that I know me and Chevy have been kind of waiting for. Coming out for Xbox One and PC. It's a pirate game where you get to go find some booty, some loot, and tasty loot. And
You get to be a pirate.
yeah, you get to be a pirate with your friends, which looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of the only, oh god, we'll get ready for the dislikes. It's one of the only exclusives coming out for Xbox, and I'm really excited for it. I think it looks awesome. Have you seen anything on it?
I've watched little clips here and there with you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't own an Xbox. I don't foresee myself buying one in the near future.
It's PC?
PC, yes,
That's
but who knows if it's...
crossplay.
Does it?
I said it could,
Oh.
maybe. I don't know. Microsoft's always pretty adamant about trying to do crossplay, though. And Sony's like, no. A Way Out, which is a game that's shown off at E3. It's coming out for everything except for Switch. Is a co-op jailbreak game that has some pretty interesting different scenarios happening at once. Features. You actually seemed pretty impressed by it. I was as well, but I was going to skip over the video when I saw it come out. And you're like, oh, it actually looks really cool. I watched it. It does look really cool.
Oh yeah, because I actually sat down and watched all the conferences. And
Yeah.
when we were just kind of pulling videos together.
I was just going to all the popular ones
Yeah.
and shit. I kept seeing that.
I was like, no, you should watch that one. Yeah.
And it's made by the guys who did
Brothers. Yeah.
which is interesting. It's always interesting to see a company do like something that's pretty minimal in the way it looks, and then jumping to something like this. 'Cause this looks like a AAA game.
Yeah.
It's really impressive how much they up the ante.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. I love the whole the co-op, your choices matter type of thing. It gives it replayability as well, because you might want to play as the other character, or you might want to make different decisions, or see how it all plays out. I don't know. It looks cool.
Really weird, but it reminds me a lot of Kane and Lynch, which I know a lot of people weren't huge fans of. I actually really like Kane and Lynch, both of them. But there's one part in the first game that I thought was really cool the way they did it. It's the first time, and one of the only times I've ever seen it, where you're doing a bank heist, and whoever's playing as Kane is seeing everything normal, but and you're doing the heist or whatever, telling everyone to shut the fuck up. And then with Lynch, he starts seeing all these weird things, weird people, all the enemies. He starts seeing SWAT running in and shit, and he starts shooting them. And fucking Kane's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it's like normal people, but he's like psycho, so he starts killing all these people, and then it creates a crazier situation. And I was like, that was really inventive. Like that was a cool fucking idea.
Yeah.
So in that sense, this kind of reminds me of that, because you're getting different experiences with the different person you're playing.
I also think this one's. I also think this one is designed to be played like couch co-op wise.
Yeah,
So
it had split screen, which is really neat.
yeah.
It's an intriguing game and a concept, but to me, the only drawback is that it is only co-op. You cannot play it solo. So that's a big drawback for me.
There will be like
co-op only jailbreak game.
yeah, but I feel like that the other character will be controlled if you're by yourself. It's gonna be a really tough sale.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. That's the only thing that makes me kind of sketched out by it.
That would be really weird. That'd be a weird speed bump. But for them not to program some kind of AI for the other character if you didn't have someone
Otherwise,
to
you
play
have
with,
to always play online with a random person.
or split screen, which is easier because then you don't have to depend on servers. You can just play with people.
Right.
But yeah, if that's true, it won't affect me, but it will be kind of a bummer for certain people. Next game, Days Gone, one of my most anticipated for 2018, just because it's a new IP, PS4 exclusive, and it is a zombie apocalypse game that looks really gritty, AAA. They had that trailer that came out with the shitload of zombies chasing after the dude, really impressive stuff. The second one was more story driven, showed kind of the different situations we get into. At base level, when this game comes out, it's going to be like a typical AAA game. It'll be fun to play, I guarantee it. And at the best, it'll probably be really good. I'm hoping for the latter, but I'll accept it just being a fun zombie shooter. But I'm excited for it just because it's new, it's something different.
I'm excited for other people on this one. New IPs are great. but it does not look like my kind of game like at all. So I was very impressed with what I've seen though.
See, I was really intrigued initially by the first
We talked about
clip
this,
we
yeah.
got.
Tech demo, yeah.
Yeah, but then when they showed the second demo, and it seemed more linear storyline based, not so free world open range, which is what I would expect or hoping for, I kind of lost interest in it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of both. But yeah, the second one was not as exciting as the first one. Even though the second one showed more of what you're going to expect from the game, which is not a good sign if that's the one that was less exciting. But the tech demo, essentially, the first one, was promising. So I'm hoping for a little bit of both worlds on that one.
Yeah.
But still definitely interested. I'm excited for that. Crackdown 3. An Xbox One exclusive. Pretty much everybody knows what that is. We've talked about it multiple times. This is a game that I keep struggling with because I feel like I should want it because it's a game I'll be able to play on my Xbox only. But then I see the videos or the trailer they showed at E3, which was like very minimal. It's just Terry Crews fucking yelling. Which I love Terry Crews as much as the next guy or girl, but fucking that was most of the trailer, and then the rest of it was just explosions to music. And I'm like, I want to move. Let me see the gameplay. What's it gonna be like when I play it?
That's it.
Explosions will never get me excited for a game ever, unless it's Battlefield. I'm like, holy fuck, those look amazing because those graphics are insane.
It's like
but
one of those
then,
DDR games, but instead of dancing, you're pressing buttons in a certain sequence, and Terry Crews is screaming the whole time. You're gonna press buttons and sequences to music that make the explosions in the background.
Muscles.
That's the whole game.
Yeah, when you hit the buttons, they coordinate with the things he says.
Yeah.
And you got it's like Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that. Yeah. Anybody excited for Crackdown 3?
Not even remotely.
No.
Haters. Wish I was excited, but I'm not a hater.
I played the first one and I liked the first one,
I didn't.
but beyond that, I don't want to play anymore.
I played the first one. I liked the first one enough. Played the second one. It was garbage. So, fuck, we're gambling with the third one. Probably one of the highest profile games come out next year. I know everybody's excited for it. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Table tennis.
Looks amazing. Those pong physics are looking fucking amazing. Sweet. Coming out for Xbox One and PS4. Yeah, super excited for this.
Yeah.
It looked, that last trailer was just fucking insane.
Rockstar knows how to present a game.
Yeah.
So.
And every time, because they take their time, every time they got a new game, it's just like a new benchmark in what's possible in gaming, and just the amount of shit they pack in those games. Like it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be stupid.
I've had enough Cowboys for one lifetime. It looks like a great game. Don't get me wrong. Just personally, I've personally experienced enough Cowboy stuff in my life to not have to go back again.
When you start making shirts, it just says "fuck it." I've had enough Cowboys in my lifetime.
I wish that was a thing.
Just a picture of the guy from Red Dead Redemption 2.
But it's got to have a ping pong paddle in one hand, but it's got to be smoking.
You're just gonna be like sad with his ping pong, like you won't play with him. I've had enough of you in my lifetime. Game called Vampire. I've seen a little bit of it. Vampire. PS4, Xbox One, PC coming out spring. The last great vampire-centric game was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which was a cool game. That cult classic debuted back in 2004.
Wow, it's been a while.
Have you played it recently? I played it about a year ago, and I was like, "Ooh, this old game." Made me feel old. I am old. But soon enough, Vampire should sate our bloodlust and fill the vampiric void made the eclectic studio Don't Nod, developers of Remember Me and Life is Strange. Ooh. Vampire casts you as the recently fanged Jonathan Reed in
Incoming downvotes.
Victorian-style streets of 1918 London. You have the option of role-playing Reed as London's savior, using the Doctor's powers. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's a vampire game.
It's a hell of a vampire game.
It's a hell of a vampire game. That's fucking... My step-ass used to tell me about... Let's get down to business. No, as much as I'm not a fan of Life is Strange, is probably one of the only games I've played in the last couple of years that made me angry. Even talking about it, I got upset. Watch that episode. It's kind of awkward. Because I'm just like...
Have you played Remember Me, though?
No, but I heard it was bad.
It's okay.
So, I want to see more on it. There should be more vampire games. We don't need a shitload, but like there's none. So I'm open to it. I think it's cool.
I am open to it, but the list of games they've made is not exciting for me. So
Supposed to play like Dishonored, starring Dracula.
yeah,
Tepish, baby.
You're losing me a little more now.
I've had enough Draculas in my time. Enough vampires.
Yeah,
I've had enough Dishonoreds in my time.
vampire games are they're really hard to make well, like really hard, because if you do it wrong, the vampire is either super strong and just like the game's not no fun, or it just doesn't really like. It just seems like this like edgy, gritty game that's trying to be super edgy.
I think the only vampire games I've liked is Vampire the Masquerade and Legacy of Kain series.
Mm-hmm.
Those were dope. And I'm like, that's it.
What about Blood Rain?
No. I actually am probably one of the only people on the planet that does not like Blood Rain.
I've never played it.
I think they're overly simplistic and boring. And I think the character is just a fantasy of a nerd. Just, let's get a red-haired fucking vampire chick in tight leather and she fucking murders Nazis. I'm like, it's so simple. Such an easy premise.
It's just such a hard genre to bring into video games, personally, I think, because I read I have all of Anne Rice's books for the Vampire Chronicles, and
So
I'm
you
a
don't
really
like
big
vampires?
fan. Not at all. But not to say that she's like the definitive answer to vampires. I also have Bram Stoker's Dracula.
She's pretty fucking definitive, though.
Yeah. So it's really hard for me to see those types of characters being translated into video games without making it like boring or cliche.
Make good vampire games. Don't make shitty ones.
There's that Dark Souls game coming out that has vampire-esque characters. The anime one, Code
the
Vein.
anime one.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that's good. We watched a video on it, and I got kind of worried.
Yeah.
I mean, the game still looks fun, but at the same time, I was like, that chick needs to stop talking.
She's a chatty mama.
Yeah.
She's reacting too much.
I don't know why you brought your mom on this field trip. State of Decay 2. I'm excited for this. Coming out for Xbox One, PC. Played the first one. I thought it was a cool, simplified, light version of like a DayZ experience. It's supposed to have co-op. They straight up kept saying, we might do it. And then finally, like years later, they're like, we're not doing it. And I was like, fuck. So,
Why'd I buy this game?
So, it was a fun game, but I bought it for that co-op that never came. So, State of Decay 2 is supposed to have it, and everything I've watched on it looks cool. I think it'll be fun. This is a game coming on Xbox One, so it's something that I'll be picking up.
It's going to come out, and they're going to be like, no!
Right before it releases, it's ticking down. They're like, no co-op. Like, wait, you said you're going to do it. No.
10 minutes left. There's no co-op. What? Nothing. Shh, nothing.
We learned from the mistakes of our last game. We learned from you guys. We listened to you guys, and we're telling you right now, earlier than last time, there's no co-op. We're not going to wait this time. We're not going to sugarcoat it. It's not coming. We're sick of you asking. We're just going to tell you no. But no.
I am slightly interested in that game, though.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, just because of the co-op aspect.
Yeah.
It's funny how you can take something I don't like, and as long as I can play with someone, I might. I'll actually like pay attention to it at that point. So.
I didn't ever play the first one. I didn't even know.
You don't even need to, really. I mean, it's a basic, like, there's the farmhouse. We need to fix it up. Oh, get in the truck. Fucking
Survive.
The market
Oh, no, Billy got bit.
was pretty flooded there a while ago with zombie games.
Oh, bad. Yeah, for sure. I love zombies, and I was like, fuck, dude. Everything's, we got zombies. And I'm like, yeah, everybody's got zombies.
Yeah.
It's like saying, like, we got grass in this game. Like,
Oh,
all right, dude, cool. Anything else on that? No? Yeah, okay. Anthem. Anthem's coming out next year, surprisingly. Come out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This is EA's, as they say, EA's answer to Destiny. I actually kind of said that too when I first saw it. I was like, this is their Destiny. It is a game being made by, Mass Effect guys. What are those guys' names? Nobody remembers.
yeah.
BioWare.
BioWare, thank you. BioWare, which is really interesting. It's a cooperative, like, pseudo MMO. You get into cool suits, you fly around, you shoot shit. There's loot. I think it looks awesome. This is also one of my most anticipated games next year.
It's also a little side note for anyone who actually like pays attention to who's developing the games. It's BioWare's main team making it.
Which is important, because the other team made Mass Effect, whatever the hell.
Andromeda.
Nobody played it.
Yeah,
And
that was
people
their
did play it,
secondary team that made that one.
Yeah, which is a bummer to hear because you want that game to succeed, but then there's some really weird shit that happened in the game, especially the people's faces. There's like crazy looking. It's like, fuck. But yeah, this game looks awesome. I want to see more on it.
I would say in what they showed, it looks awesome, but they didn't really show us enough to like sell the game. But in the concept, woo,
Yeah,
that looks great.
No, the concept's amazing and it's fucking cooperative. So
But
I mean,
yeah,
like,
Destiny burned me. I can't be burnt. I don't want to be burnt a second time by another game like
really,
it.
Destiny
So.
2 is pretty good.
I'm not saying they're bad or that they're not good, but it didn't do it for me. And to the point where like Destiny 2 like completely was off my radar. And
Josh is trying to bait us with that Destiny 2. He's like, he had this story about like, oh, dude, he like told me about like, Caressa was telling him about like, or asking him if he's gonna get that. He's like, no, and then she got it for him. I'm pretty sure he bought it.
Calling you out.
Calling you out, Josh. And he was playing it. He's telling us a little bit about it, but we're kind of uninterested because we got burnt from it. And then finally, he fucking got rid of it. So, because playing by yourself on the game would suck. So, I mean, I was slightly curious about it, but I just can't do it again. I'd have to hear reviews of people go like, "This game fixed everything. It's amazing."
I haven't heard that.
And I'd be like, "Well, fuck. I might have to check it out." But yeah, I just kind of was like, eh.
Yeah, nope. I got burned by the first one. I'm not gonna take that risk again. I know Frank and Tanika play it all the fucking time though. That's all I ever see them playing online. So
Yeah.
I watched them play the beta too.
Well, I'm just hoping that this one can do it for me because playing Destiny, I really enjoyed.
Sure.
I just didn't have anything to keep me interested.
Right.
So.
I'm definitely gonna wait to hear what everybody else has to say about this. If anybody else that I know buys it, to play it before I even think about it.
You know what? These guys have a pedigree though in like RPGs and
They do.
MMOs and all that shit. They've done a lot. So
They've done MMOs. Yeah, I forget they did
so
Star Wars.
I feel like these guys are the right guys to be doing a game like this. I mean, like they aren't the guys who made Halo diving into pseudo MMOs. These guys make RPGs, long fleshed out games,
and have
with a
slowly
lot of
turned
details.
Mass Effect into a shooter. So
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be exciting to see this more as it develops. Skull and Bones is a game coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
That's the other pirate one, right?
yeah, it's the Ubisoft one.
It's the Assassin's Creed Black Flag ship part of the game.
It's their versus game,
Yeah.
but instead of tactical shooter or hit each other with weapons, it's ramming
Ships.
each other with ships and cannons. They're really big fans of this, of making this type of game with different teams.
They have formulas they follow.
We talked about this before. It's just like a thing that's coming out way too late.
Yeah, we did talk about that in pretty good detail, and I still stand by that. I think there
Same.
will be a group of people who are going to be into it.
It's so
but
niche though.
But just like For Honor, I don't think it's going to work for them. It's very niche. It's way too late. This should have came out when Black Flag came out after it. And yeah, I mean, I have no interest in it. I'm not saying anything negative. I don't think it looks bad.
No.
I'm not interested at all. I have nothing for it.
I think you said it for me as well.
I think I said it for everybody. Let's move on. Shenmue 3, a game I do have something for. I'm actually really excited to see more on this game. Coming out for PS4 and PC. It's the return of a legendary series that people fucking love. I never played the second one. I played the first one. I loved it. So I'm really, really excited to play it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I didn't play the first or second one though, so
Well, I have the first one. I need to get the second one, but I think it's pretty expensive. So, well, I guess you always play it in other ways. But,
could also just watch a YouTube video on it.
yeah.
Just to get the idea.
Back then, there wasn't really like a whole lot of like games where you kind of like walk around and talk. It had like a Way of the Samurai vibe to it, where you're doing combat, but it wasn't necessarily the main point. There's all these weird odd jobs you do, mini games like Yakuza.
So that's kind of how Persona's feeling too.
Yeah, it's
So.
that kind of game, which I always think are like some of the most charming games to ever exist. Is games where you can kind of live a day in their world,
Yeah.
and just kind of run into random thugs or like chasing after someone, or someone's like, "I need you to help me carry all these boxes over here." and
It's
shit.
kind of crazy too because you're kind of starting to see people getting into that more and more too, because like Yakuza's always kind of struggled over here, and apparently it's been doing well enough that they're bringing more of them over here now.
Yeah.
And then obviously Persona 5 people freaked out about, but
I just think there's like I said, there's a quality to having the gameplay changing up constantly with all these little mini games and shit that keeps you invested longer than like, okay, you're in this match, shoot the guys, level up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in this match, or okay, you're leveling up, better unlock your more health, or higher jump, or fire fucking sword.
Yeah, you know what's funny is in a kind of similar way, Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, for sure.
Is never gonna get a sequel now because that studio's gone. But
yeah,
Sleeping Dogs was one of the only like GTA-esque games that I played the crap out of and beat.
It was weird.
There's just something about that game, and I think a big part of it was I kind of felt like I was living, someone's life. Grand Theft Auto's got that too, but it's not the kind of like I live in America, where people are like that. But
Grand Theft Auto is such a massive fucking feat that like you're not really like walking down the street experiencing it. Like you're just seeing what the hell you can get away with or do.
Yeah.
Because you have the ability to just have all these different things you can do that like, it doesn't have that like laid back, take your time charm to it. It's just like get in the Ferrari and fucking shoot the cops and drive off a bridge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get eaten by sharks. See what crazy shit can happen. There's tennis, but nobody's doing it. Like,
right. Any thoughts on Shenmue?
I've never played any of them.
That seems to be mostly common at this table. So.
Next game, God of War, PS4 exclusive. Very, very excited about this. I'm past the point of saying I'm surprised I'm saying this. Every time I see this game, it looks fucking awesome, and I know it's going to be good. The team that's working on it has made like crazy games, super talented. It's just nice to see them making a more mature toned game that I can get behind.
Well, yeah, mature toned as in not the content as much as like the entire experience. So, because God of War has always been mature, just in a juvenile way.
It's juvenile as fuck. Yeah, I will say it's just fucking cleaving through to his just yelling and then
just
fucking
blood,
people.
gores,
just pounding all day. That's the whole game.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in this game. I've played one of the other God of Wars. I think it was the first one. I don't remember. But the mature juvenile-esqueness to it really turned me off.
Yeah.
The famous sex mini game, or the over the top, like just over the top violence, like gore. Like I don't mind violence and gore in a game. I don't, but it like to the point where it's just like desensitized in that game. I just lost interest in it. This looks really well done though. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see how it all plays out because he seems old and grizzled and kind of toned down a little bit. It's like Old Man Logan.
Yeah, the writing. I mean, it's definitely got a since I first saw the first trailer, but like it's got a Last of Us vibe to it. Mm-hmm. That I feel like somebody is taking somebody through a dangerous world who's naive, and they have to essentially shape them, or the Road, Cormac McCarthy, shaping them for a world that they need to be ready for once they're not around anymore. Which is a story that I fucking love. It's something that can be retold, and if it's done well, I'm gonna love it. It's like a revenge story. I'm always gonna be into that.
Yeah,
as long as it's done well.
Yeah, I actually, it's funny because I used to really hate games where like you played as a character and you were taking care of someone else because it always felt like a chore. Yeah. But right around the time Last of Us and BioShock Infinite came out, it's like people figured it out.
Yeah, because they want a character that you want with you, want around you. So they put time into like, hey, this person isn't going to hinder your experience. They're going to make it better.
Right, you're not completely helpless and just, save me.
I mean, even Call of Duty World War II, your teammates aren't just dudes going like, let's go, soldier, and shooting. Like, they'll actually throw you ammo and stuff. And like, it feels a lot more like you're not just like among a bunch of dead-eyed guys shooting other dead-eyed guys while you're the only person there going,
Right. Well, and then even like to use BioShock, as an example too, like they did such a good job of like Elizabeth's always there, but like she's never like actually in danger, so you're not really babysitting her. She's literally there for the storyline, and occasionally you get to interact with her because she'll be like, "Book or catch," and she'll flick money at you type of thing, or like she found.
Well, and she enhances the journey too because she'll talk about things, just like in The Last of Us with Ellie, like. they'll look at something and you can have like a moment where it sweetens the whole experience. You're not just like walking on your own looking at shit going, oh, this is really neat.
Right.
You have somebody there who's also talking about things.
I'll say one of my favorite parts in that even is when I think you're in a store. I don't know. I can't remember if it's a mall or not, but she sees a poster of a model. And she's like, I thought you guys had plenty of food back then. Why is she so skinny? You know, and he kind of was like, well, people chose to do that. And she's like, that's dumb.
That sounds dumb.
Yeah. That was completely unnecessary for the entire game, but it was just a nice moment, you know.
Well, even like at one point too, she sees like a poster for like a horror movie or whatever, and she asks about it. She's like, "Well, that looks creepy or whatever." He talks about he took his daughter or whatever to go see that movie or whatever. He remembers that and shit like that, and it adds just to the character development. They don't. He's not just like in the beginning like Batman. I'm not talking shit about Batman. Chill. But it's not just like, oh, my parents are dead, and then like the rest of the thing is just like, we get it, man. Like he's like, you saw it, and you're like, fuck, that's horrible. But then like you go through this whole thing, and like he says all these tidbits, and you're just like, man, it actually feels like he lived a whole other life.
They're fleshed out.
Yeah, exactly, which I love. What were we talking about again? God of War.
Well, yeah.
I'm hoping it's like
talking
that.
about how like that whole buddy system has evolved so well, and I think it's going to lend itself very well to God of War.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Yeah, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, which I'm assuming is a sequel to the No More Heroes series. I think there was 2 of those, so it's the 3rd one. But coming out for Switch, so you got a Switch exclusive, which, just to say real quick, fucking Switch is handling exclusives like fucking Sony's been, like good on Nintendo. Fucking God, Microsoft, just do what they're doing. Anyway, I didn't play the No More Heroes games. This, I believe is that one dude, Suda51. I've never been a huge fan of his games. I think he does have a really cool like brain though. The way he makes his games, really stylized, really kind of weird and quirky. I'll have to see more on it. I've never really, like I said, I've never really been really big into his games, but it's cool. And I know people really like his game, so it'll be cool for them. Thoughts?
I was checking out what this game. It is total. Man, it almost has a Persona vibe in the art style, which is weird.
All the games look like that. The last game he did was that free to play. Was gonna be a pay-for game, but free to play Dark Souls game.
Yeah, the Death
with the skateboarding.
I can't remember.
Death or Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
So it's reading this little post more. It says to not think of this game as like a third No More Heroes, but more of like a spin-off.
So it exists in the universe.
Revolving around crossovers with notable indie games like Hotline Miami, Bad Men, and the burly father-like of the slain rank number 2.
Well, I don't know about gameplay stuff, but the promotional art and stuff for these games I love. So
no, that's what I'm saying. The style of Suda51 games is always really cool, but the gameplay is always, and the cutscenes and the worlds are always really neat, but they're like really fucking out there, like kind of like Platinum Games was there for a while.
I will say, speaking of people I'll be keeping an eye on here in the future.
Another company that's maturing.
Not even just Platinum Games. I'm specifically talking about Yoko Taro or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to be keeping an eye on him.
For sure.
After playing Nier Automata. So.
Oh, yeah. No, that game cemented for me. That guy is someone to watch. Thoughts?
I'll have to wait and see on this one.
I don't have a Switch, so I've never played the first one or the second one.
Your brother has one.
It's true, and I will be there soon.
He's not interested. Psychonauts 2, which is coming out for everything, seems, except for Switch, is something that I'm curious about because...
people love the first one.
Yeah.
People love the first one. I stayed away from it for a long time because I was like, Tim Schafer, I'm not really into his stuff. I played it. It's a really cool game. Like, Psychonauts is dope. I actually should go back and beat it. The humor's good. Just the writing's really good. The whole, like, it's a platformer, but it's, like, so unique and individual in the way it is. It's not like a Rare platformer. Like Rare the company, not Rare. And it is a Rare platformer in that sense. But yeah, it's really cool, and I really want to see where they go with this one. I'm really excited that they're able to get a sequel, because for a long time they're like, it's not going to happen. We can't get somebody to help us make it. So
it's the Shenmue story here, man. It's funny where people are at a point where they're comfortable spending money again. I mean, a good example of that is look at collectibles are back in such a big way now.
Yeah.
That
Like Beanie Babies are worth money again?
collectibles in
Are they?
general.
I hope so, because I got like 800 of those things.
Well, you should check. But I mean, just even in like,
hope so.
there's so many companies making figurines and stuff again, which a lot of them backed off from that because people weren't buying it.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
Wait, what?
but
Yeah, if you would have asked me like 2 years ago if I'd ever be buying shit like this, I'd be like, fuck no. Here I am.
so obviously there's a market for that. But with people going back to things, you get these old franchises that AAA companies weren't going to touch because it wasn't guaranteed money, and now people are willing to take those gambles again, especially when there's a crowd, even if it is a smaller crowd, loud enough for it.
Right.
So I think you're getting that with Shenmue and Psychonauts. There's enough people there that are loud enough that want it, and
It's just nice to see wish fulfillment in the sense of like, don't necessarily like do what I want you to do, but we're all huge fans of your game. Like, we want a sequel, and now people are able to do it. And it's been so long now too that like it's exciting. Like, it would have been like, of course, if Psychonauts came out and like a year or two later Psychonauts 2 came out, I would have done fine or would have been bitched about. But that long wait and then finally people getting it on something that's like so more advanced now that you're going to be getting something truly new and different.
well, look at what's the other one? Oh God, they showed it off. The dude at E3 is the last thing at Ubisoft's conference.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
Which looks fucking awesome.
So yeah, there's another old game that people are like, please make another one, please.
Yeah,
And
that's coming out in
This-
2018. That's also another one.
This 2018 year is turning out to be the wish fulfillment year.
Seems like, it,
Like,
yeah.
there's Psychonauts 2, there's the Shenmue 3, Beyond Good and Evil 2, and of course the really big one that everybody keeps talking about is Final Fantasy 7 Remake, supposedly coming out in 2018.
I don't think so.
But it just definitely is lining up so far to be that year of like, these are all the games that people have been asking for the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
Let's finally get to that.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's great.
It is. As for Final Fantasy 7, I actually don't know if we're going to see it this year.
I don't know.
I would like to, but I also I really want them to fucking nail it. So if they got to take,
If they show
another
anything,
year,
they might show something at PSX. Otherwise, I don't think you're seeing anything till
I
E3.
think we need to see more before they're even getting close to release it.
Yeah. Well, especially because they brought it back in house. So I think
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna even see the game come out next year. I think it'll be 2019.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either, but I really want them to fucking nail it. So I
They're
want
next-
them to take their time.
They
yeah.
have to nail
They
it.
have
So
to.
the
Like
next
we've
big
said
game is
before.
Kingdom Hearts.
Everyone's
That'll come
gonna
out
go
first.
fucking insane if they don't do it. So, next game is Indivisible, which is a PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC game. It's coming out for everything. I don't know what the hell it is. So, back in 2015, over $2 million in crowdfunding was raised for Indivisible, and it's easy to see why. This RPG Metroidvania hybrid has gorgeously drawn, beautifully animated visuals, and inventive combat mechanics to match the captivating presentation made by Lab Zero Games, the studio behind the equally stylish fighter Skullgirls.
Oh.
Indivisible follows the intrepid Anya,
Yeah.
as she encounters it's AJNA. As she encounters environments and monsters inspired by Southeast Asian mythology. Sounds kind of neat. As you explore 2.5D forests, temples, and tombs using your host of acrobatic abilities, you'll recruit party members called Incarnations, which boast some delightfully unconventional character designs. The battles themselves play out like a real-time take on Valkyrie profile with fighting game twist. If you time your attacks correctly, you can combo and juggle opponents in the air for tons of extra damage. Indivisible prototype beta is still available on PSN if you want to check it out. It's out.
The beta is apparently.
Huh, I'll have to check that out. It sounds neat.
It sounds interesting. You don't see very often Southeast or games based in Southeast Asia, so it'd be interesting to see their take on that.
Oh, it's definitely the Skullgirls people.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That looks neat.
Oh, I've seen that.
I have not.
It's. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe there was a theme on the PlayStation Network you get, which I downloaded, and I was like, "What the hell is this game?"
Yeah, I'm interested.
Almost reminds me of that.
Yep,
French
that one right
MMO.
there. And she just runs endlessly.
Oh,
Wak Fu.
yeah, that's Yeah, I was thinking the one started with the D for some reason. But
Interesting.
You're right.
Yeah. Looks cool.
Yeah.
Dofus, yeah. They're both the same universe.
Yeah.
Dofus is like a strategy game. Walkthrough is an MMO.
I think Square's the publisher for that one too.
Really?
For one of them.
Yeah. I waited years for Walkthrough to come out, and fucking came out like a year ago. I've gotten old. I'm tired. My brittle bones won't support my hands to play games anymore. I'm ready to die.
Oh, it's like this a Chris one.
So yeah, you guys interested in Awesome though?
I am.
Yeah.
I want to see more on it.
Yeah.
I own Skullgirls, and it's a solid fighting game, and I love their art style. So I am excited to see them do something else, especially with how much they struggled with Skullgirls.
Skullgirls was an interesting game just because it came out when fighting games were dead.
Yep.
Like they were dead. They were Street Fighter sometimes, and it had a shitload of content you had to buy that was already on the disc. So good on them for doing that. Darksiders 3 coming out for everything except for Switch. It's the third one. And there another again wish fulfillment. A bunch of people wanted this third one. They actually the story needed it.
So weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
2017 is the year of the fucking awesome single player games, which sounds like this one's gonna be the same. But even though Xbox is like that,
And
single
EA.
player's dead.
And EA.
Yeah, weird. Because a really bad year to be saying that shit. But yeah, next year, like you said, wish fulfillment. I think we're getting the sequels we wanted. With that said, I'm not the biggest Darksiders fan. In fact, I'm not at all. And it's not because they're bad, just not for me. So, no, we'll see.
I'm excited for this. I really like these games. They're kind of mindless for me, but I just enjoy them, and I wanted to see the rest of the Horsemen, because we've seen War and Death, so it left Pestilence and Famine, but this is not either of those.
That's
This
me
is
when you guys
supposed to
talk about
be-
Overwatch. It's like,
I think it's supposed to be Wrath. Is that her name? Is it there she's going by?
I think so. Yeah, it's a chick.
So it's weird because it doesn't follow like the technical biblical themes, although there's a lot of like biblical references in God of War or Darksiders. Wow. It's kind of loose, so it's interesting to see their interpretations.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what it looks like when it comes out.
It's gonna look like
She's got a whip,
1 and 2.
which is not something you see very common in
Well, I
fighting games.
never played 1 and 2. They just kind of were
They remind me of
they were
World of
always
Warcraft.
under my radar.
War. The character War definitely looks like a World of Warcraft.
They're all
character.
fucking
his shoulders are like just massive. Death is not so much.
What's like
Scrawnier.
They still have that like that chunky clay fucking cartoony look though. That WoW had.
was like that one Dark Souls clone that we played for PlayStation Plus as well. Had the big shoulders and
Oh
shit.
yeah, I actually liked that. Me and Josh had the thing
The
because
thing.
Josh. That was when it was cemented that Dark Souls 3 is the best game ever, and anything that has come out should not be mentioned in the same area.
Vein, yeah.
Yeah, because once it's been brought up, any game you have to say is compared to Dark Souls 3, and it cannot compete. It's as a copy, it must be destroyed.
Lords of Darkness.
Lords of the Fallen.
Lords of the Fallen.
Fallen, yeah.
Moving on, unless there's anything else you want to say on Darksiders 3,
Give me
best
them
game
horsemen.
ever.
No.
Game I'm very, very excited about. Wish fulfillment because I'm getting a third one. Metro Exodus. I'm so fucking excited for this.
You're
One
the
of my
threes.
Where's Half-Life 3? That'd be fucking. That would.
That'd be
Yeah,
the day.
fucking
That would
right.
kill everybody. That'd be done in the world. Coming out for everything except for Switch. It's the third in the Metro series. I don't know if it's going to be an actual continuation, but it's in the same universe. I have nothing but the utmost fucking love for the Metro series. I think they're so underrated. I hope this one gets people to play the other two. If you haven't played them, play them. They are amazing. I think Metro Last Light is one of the most immersive games I've ever played in my life. It feels like you're walking through a lived-in world. It's so fucking good. The lore's interesting. The gameplay's awesome, and I need this game. I need it.
So I remember watching E3 videos, and this video comes out for this game they have not announced or anything, and I'm like, man, this is really gorgeous, and it starts interacting with the environment stuff. I was like, that reminds me of Metro so much. And then at the end, they're like, Metro X. I was like, Fuck, imagine that. So apparently Metro has a look. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the Uncharted of FPSs.
Yeah, no, it's crazy impressive. Just like getting too close to something and in first person view, you know, a hand comes up and like interacts with it, like so you're not like running into it and stuff. I don't
Super
know.
detailed.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I played one of these games and I couldn't get beyond it because I was just like, I'm not going back in those tunnels. Fuck those tunnels.
Oh, they're dark and they're creepy, especially
Yeah.
the second one.
So, I mean, this is probably not a game I'm going to pick up, but I watched the video of it. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
There's just something I would not, I would waste my money because I would play it and be like, okay, I'm done. I'm scared of this. I can't do this.
They're creepy.
I've bought 3 separate Dark Souls games and Bloodborne, and I supported the company.
Yep.
He bought it and then he pushed the case over there and he just looks at it once in a while. I was like,
I'll put it this way. Dino Crisis scared me.
I don't think I ever saw that game played.
yeah. I know some people liked it a lot.
I was young, but it scared me.
I was young and scared.
Them raptors, they just jump out of the glass at you.
Yeah, it was like the new dogs from Resident Evil. Another game that I'm really excited about. Another wish fulfillment game. Ace Combat 7. They're finally making Ace Combat 7. They made that weird Modern Warfare one. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't Ace Combat. This is actually 7. It's going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure it's going to have PSVR,
Yeah.
which is going to be amazing. Love Ace Combat. It's one of those weird series that I'm a huge fan of, even though, like, it's just a jet game, but they're so good. They have
They are.
great music.
It's a
They're
jet
really
game.
intense.
That's very Japanese,
Yeah.
though. So
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I need it.
it looks cool. I am interested because of the PlayStation VR aspect of it, though I don't know where it's going to plug into my console anymore. So
It's getting limited in there.
I just need to bite the bullet and get the Pro, so I get the USB that's dedicated for it.
Me too.
I've played a lot of these games. I played a lot of these games. My dad really got me into these games. So it's kind of nostalgic for me to play them again.
So you fucking you disown cowboys, but not jets.
There's reasons, all right. I have my reasons. It actually makes me kind of want to get a PlayStation VR just to play it. Although I'd be worried that sitting in the chair and trying to do like aerial maneuvers, like if you're in the cockpit of a plane,
Which you will be.
doing the flips, I'm going to be like and fall out of my chair.
Oh, dude, fucking even Eve Valkyrie was a trip because like you're in space, you can like there is no up or down. So you're just like I was just like. I'm like shooting at people. I'm like, the ship was there, now it's there. So going this, it is.
Test your
That reminds
spatial
me
awareness.
of when Descent came out. Remember playing that on PC when it first came out?
It was like one of the first PC games I ever played.
It was so disorienting because games weren't really commonly 3D yet.
Back in like 1996,
Yeah.
1995, yeah, that fucking blew my mind.
So then you're
I'm over here
floating
playing
around
Sega
in
games.
tunnels, being able to be in a 3D space. I
Playing
was just-
Sega games, fucking Uncle Bob's like, "Hey, you want to play this PC game?" I'm like, "PC." I start playing. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Just like,
yeah. So that was
I
a
didn't- I
trip,
didn't know there was this many dimensions.
right? And then Mario 64 happened.
Yep.
Which is another time I was like, "What the fuck?
Yep.
I can swim and fly and shit." A lot of what the fuck moments in my life.
Yeah.
When it came to everything, I guess. Yeah, all really excited. PSVR, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, which I believe is that Castlevania game.
It
right?
is.
Yes, yes.
Spiritual
PS4,
successor.
Xbox One, Switch, PS Vita, holy shit, and PC.
A Vita game?
Yeah. It's coming out for everything. And yeah, it's a new age Castlevania. Looks just like it. I remember seeing gameplay of it. Made by the same guy who made Castlevania.
Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night, yeah. So I mean,
So-
like,
Good.
wish fulfillment. We're getting another Symphony of the Night. I'm excited.
No, this game looks cool. I really, really hope he nails it though, because I have a hard time playing Metroidvania games, or at least sticking to them. Castlevania Symphony of the Night was one of the few that I played the crap out of.
It's on everything for a reason. It's fucking top tier as hell.
And I'm glad that this person was able to leave a company that doesn't want to support their games anymore and make something in the same vein. So
Yeah.
I'm stoked. I love these games.
Yeah.
Metroidvania games. Ugh.
But you hate vampires.
I have Simon's Quest still.
Did you ever pick up Axiom Verge? No? You should get that. It's really good.
Apparently
It's dumping outside.
That's wind.
That's wind.
It's a little blustery.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this episode
Doesn't get
continues.
My car is gonna fly off the road.
Yeah.
It ain't that light. Come on.
A semi truck
pretty-
flew past me once. My car went. Ah!
Yeah. No, it's pretty small. It's about as small as you can get outside of having a smart car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on.
Yes.
Detroit Become Human, which is those one guys who made the one game, Quantic Dream.
Not Quantic Dream.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. David Cage, mocap game. Looks awesome. It's PS4 exclusive, which is awesome. I skipped beyond Two Souls, or what the hell it's called. I hear it's good. I should probably go back and play it. But
You get them bundled on PS4.
what? That and
the one before
Origami Killer,
Talking Rain.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Something like
Talking
that.
Rain's a
You're right. A disgusting
a
beverage.
little sippy. Yeah, we don't talk about that. The only thing it talks about is Talking Rain. But yeah, this one actually is great subject matter. It's stuff I'm into. Something I think about literally every fucking day, the singularity type shit. So I'm just like, robots. And the amount of decisions you're going to be able to make, but it keeps advertising. It shows a shitload. The most recent one with the girl who's getting beat by the dad or whatever.
May I also say that was like bold of them to advertise their game using child abuse.
Which I thought was great because it shows the tone of the game. I mean,
Yeah.
this shit happens, and these are going to be decisions you have to make in real life scenarios that are going to be hard to fucking. It's not just like, well, he's a bad guy, so he likes to steal. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to turn him in? Or you're going to be his buddy?
No,
this is like
it's going to
some
be deep.
real shit. You're
Yeah.
like, some people are like, I'm going to fucking kill this dude. Some people are like, I got to stop this. I got to call the cops. And yeah, so it's stuff like that will be really interesting to have to make those decisions with. Plus, I love a mature tone in the game, always.
It almost comes off as like a social experiment of a game.
Yeah, kinda.
Like they're recording everyone's
Yeah.
decisions, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, they are, obviously, but
It's like, what was that game that came out? We played on the Plus game. It was with the. You're up in the cabins, and it's got the mocapping of Remy Malek and.
Until Dawn.
Yes, Until Dawn.
Oh, death. God, I hate that fucking song.
Because that one kept track of what the people's decisions were. So it's
Yeah.
interesting to see. That's a social experiment, like you said, how people are choosing to handle things.
yeah. No, this game though looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Looks cool.
So
You got something to say?
And it looks cool, but I probably won't get it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of these. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. It's not for me. Code Vein, PS4, Xbox One. We talked about this already a little bit. It's Dark Souls, anime, vampire stuff. Looks cool. Been excited for it. I still want it. But that recent video we watched with his mom following him around, telling him, did you bring a snack? He's fucking, no, mom.
Don't forget your jacket, sweetie.
it was excessively chatty.
And she kept repeating a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it made me go, maybe this game's not made as well as I would have liked, but I'm still into it. So I'll be excited to see, more on it, and I'll probably pick it up.
I think
I bought the Surge. So.
I think keeping an eye on it is probably a good idea because I also know that the person we watched playing it was not playing the game.
That's the worst too, because fucking. I mean, I get people have different play skills and shit, but like, if you're bad at a game, I'm not getting a good idea what this game is gonna be like. If you're just getting hit constantly,
yeah.
I'm like, that's not what's gonna happen if I play it. So, I'm gonna play it slightly decently to good.
I'd have to see more gameplay, really, to make a hard decision on
Well,
it. I'm sorry.
Imagine killing things in caves with your mom.
My mom's a badass.
Well, then maybe it's a game for you. Spider-Man. Don't really need to say a whole lot here, aside from it is a PS4 exclusive. Another PS4 exclusive. Goddamn, they're killing it. They're killing Microsoft. It's horrible. It's awful to watch. No, they're not. Anyway, it is a open world Spider-Man game that's being made by Insomniac. We've talked about it quite a bit. Pretty sure we're on the same page. It looks really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, I'm buying this game.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
There's been a lot of Spider-Man games in our day, and a lot of them have been pretty bad. There's some here and there that are pretty good. But I was reading the bottom of it. It says that this is not connected to any storyline or comic. so they don't have to adhere
Which I
too
love.
much. It's great, but at the same time could be really like
They gave them
disastrous.
freedom to make a game, though.
Right.
I think it's good because I don't want a movie tie-in, especially with how they've been jumping from Andrew Garfield to the MCU, and like I just feel like it's better if they just like go back. It allows Insomniac freedom to get creative. They don't have to tie into anything stupid. They can literally just be like, "This is this Spider-Man. He's got these moves, and we can do whatever the fuck we want." So
Yeah, it's basically them doing what Nolan did with this is my Batman. This is Nolan's Batman.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to be Insomniac Spider-Man. So
yeah, and I'm already feeling fatigued from like a lot of the superhero movies right now anyway, because there's so many of them, and so to have something that's superhero based that's not based off of anything that's established already, it's gonna be nice. Yeah, so a little game that you might have heard of called Final Fantasy VII Remake might come out.
it's not coming out.
In
I'm sorry.
2018. I don't think it is, but if it does, I think we're all on the same page on this one. I mean, yeah, give it to us fucking now. It looks amazing, and Final Fantasy VII is Final Fantasy VII. So I mean, yeah, anything to add to that?
It's gonna be episodic.
If they decide to continue that route,
Yeah.
they may come out, you know, the next time they actually do talk about the game and say they've changed directions, because like, you know, I stated earlier, it's not the people who were making it aren't making it anymore. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's supposed to be in the same vein as like Final Fantasy 15, which I think they did really well with. I didn't hear anything bad about it, so
15.
yeah, I think most people liked
I
it.
liked it quite a bit.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't play as much as I would have liked. Should probably go back and play it.
You would dig the ending.
Did it come out this year or did it come out last year?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. I have that on the back
It
burner
was
for a
the
while.
end of last year, though.
Still need to beat Resident Evil 7 as well. So yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, if it comes out next year, fuck yeah, it is top 2 most anticipated games for me easily.
Yeah.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. The Wisps. My tongue is getting in the way. I did the list for the first time on purpose. The second time it just happened. Xbox One and PC. I believe this is a sequel to the Ori
And the Blind
Forest game that has really cool visuals. I actually never played it.
I didn't play it either. People like it a lot, though.
Yeah, well, they're making a sequel, so I think it's cool. I'd like to see more on it. I really, really, really like the art style, though. But I mean, I didn't play it, so I don't know.
Give them credit. It's an Xbox exclusive.
Exclusive,
so, yeah.
Worth noting.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know. I might check it out. I think I should go back and probably play the first one, though, just to get an idea before jumping into that.
That's what I would do, yeah.
But if it's good, yeah, I'm down. I mean, I bought Cuphead on Xbox because I wanted something to play on my Xbox. So
Cuphead and Moira.
I am going to get a little irritated if I'm using my Xbox for indie games in the long run, though. So
Yeah, what the fuck, man? I mean, it's not. I can't complain, but like, we need more than Forza and Halo.
I have Minecraft on there. Came with it.
Minecraft and Moira.
Cuphead, and then possibly, you know, that if I'm into it. Other than that, I have Forza and Halo.
Yep. Which are great games. You.
I don't have an Xbox. I'm not gonna buy one anytime soon.
You have a PC.
He doesn't have an Xbox, so deal with it. Because he doesn't have one,
What
he
if
ain't getting it.
What if they magically come back out with Scale Down?
He doesn't have an
It's
Xbox.
not going to
He
happen.
doesn't
But
have one.
Even if they did, I'd be skeptical.
really?
But they take it away the day of launch.
That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be legendary. Like the balls on these fuckers.
They just advertise for it. They're not really making it in the background.
coming back.
It's coming. It's here. It is.
Coming back.
Ha!
Guess what? We lied.
Sold some Xboxes, suckers.
Look forward to the next Forza. Coming out tomorrow. Another game, my most anticipated game of 2018, easily, Last of Us Part 2. I'm so fucking excited for this game. It's stupid. I don't have to see shit on it. I'm going to buy it. PS4 exclusive. The exclusive. Yeah, I need it.
I am looking forward to watching you play this.
Me too. I'm so excited to fucking watch me play this. There's so much shit. The game is going to be dope. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to have fucking awesome characters. It's going to be a continuation of characters I thoroughly, absolutely love. I think that are really important to not even just video games, but movies, books, everything. I mean, The Last of Us is such a fucking masterpiece. And to get more of that is just the only thing I want.
Yes.
Plus, there's a buff chick in it. You don't see buff chicks very often.
She's huge.
Sorry.
She's a big lady.
And that one chick puts the hammer in her fucking head. That chick, it's I need it. That little kid, he's like, fuck her. Let her hang. Chick's like, hey, you should cut her down. My arm got busted up. Do me a favor. I do it myself if my arm worked.
No, it looks awesome.
Watch the trailer.
It'll be awesome. So.
It's going to be amazing. Naughty Dog can't fucking make a decent or good game. They only make stellar, excellent games that make everybody go, fuck, I wish I could do that. Except for the guys who did Horizon Zero Dawn. They're like, hey, Naughty Dog, we can kind of do this too. So keep an eye on them. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Ooh, another game I do not think about.
Plead the fifth. It doesn't even have a date. Why is it on this list?
TBC.
So TBC, in the year TBC, a game that no one knows anything about called Death Stranding is going to come out for PS4. I forgot it's
I know there's naked Norman Reedus in it.
I said the game's paid for by someone.
Schmigus Regus, yeah.
What?
I call him Schmigus. I don't like him.
Oh, okay. And giant dead whales everywhere, and umbilical cords attached to Norman Reedus that are attached to
Nicholson.
And Del Toro.
And
Del
Benicio
Toro.
Del Toro. And fucking Hideo motherfucking Kojima, who apparently doesn't work. He just flies around and talks
I would
to
say
people.
you should follow him on Twitter. He's literally like, this is my studio, and you see this like pristine white building with like some like displays.
It has a statue that he's trying to sell to you.
And then they have a merch store, right, with Ludens all over it.
Yeah, those are Ludens. He's not really anything.
And then he's like,
our logo, but
look
buy
at this
him.
food I'm eating. Look at this alcohol I'm
Look
drinking.
at these DVDs
Look
I bought.
at these game devs I'm hanging out with.
I just watched this movie.
I'm just like, why are you he's literally a celebrity.
I just want to know if is he fucking making this game? Is that why we haven't seen anything? He's too busy just fucking like, I'm not in chains in a basement anymore. At Konami. I'm just living my fucking life.
to travel the world.
All I can think of when I hear this game anymore is that animation someone made of Norman Reedus and Kojima dancing together of the Metal Gear Solid
Love it.
clip. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, that's what this game's gonna be like. Because fucking Hideo Kojima's in love with fucking Schmigus Regus. He fucking loves him. Like he's constantly. Anytime there's a picture of that guy that pops up, fuck Kojima's just like retweeting it. Like, hey, he's in my game. And fucking old fucking grease face just fucking. A Schmigus, dude.
I do like how anytime what's his first name? It's not Del Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, whenever he's
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo.
yeah.
Guillermo.
When it's so funny that like
Benicio del Toro.
he's like
cool,
it's not like, oh, I like working with Kojima-san. He's like, I fucking love this guy and fuck Konami.
I remember that tweet. Fuck Konami.
Like 3 times. Fuck Konami. It's like, we get it, dude. We're all pissed too.
He's an angry man.
Just move on with your life. You're a successful director.
I like how Kojima just like doesn't say anything about the topic ever, and every once in a while people will say, when he does comment on something, he'll just be like, it's nice to have freedom to make my own stuff.
Snake, what took you so long? Yeah, really excited. Really excited for a game that I don't think is coming out next year, and I don't know what the fuck I don't know what you're going to be doing in it. I think it's going to be like Tetris with Schmigus Regus' face in the background. It's fucking. Yeah. So Beyond Good and Evil 2 also coming out in the year of TBC. I don't think it's coming out next year either.
Fuck no.
But this game looks amazing. It's come out for everything except for Switch. It is the sequel to Beyond Good and Evil, which I never played.
Prequel.
It's a prequel?
I'm pretty positive it's a prequel.
Anyway, it's 2 of the series. And
It says sequel.
Does it?
Oh, it's actually a prequel to Jaden Pyre's journalistic escapades. Yep. So it is a prequel.
Jade Empire.
No. Jade and Pays.
Oh, I think it's Jade Empire. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? That game's dead. Maybe we'll get one more coming out next year too. Because since we're tapping into the old games people want sequels for. This looks so fucking good. It makes me want to go back and play the original because I never did that. So many people didn't play that game, but anyone I know who did play it, loved it, and tried to convince me to play it. I'm like, no, fuck that game. I don't know anything about it, but fuck that game. I don't like the name. Chick's hair is green. Baby. But yeah, this just looks so fucking cool. And they actually showed in-engine shit, and it is impressive.
Yeah, they showed some stuff
and
off.
the dude cried. How the fuck can you say no to that?
Well, he's French.
He's French.
He's open to being emotional. It's not like us where we're like, I'm not sad. Anyways, so they showed off essentially it was in engine, but it was a cinematic trailer, absolutely gorgeous. But then they did an actual like some tech stuff where they showed like how big the worlds are and like the ship in size comparison.
Oh, that was
to
insane.
That was so cool.
You're like,
so scale wise, really like looking forward to
big
seeing
ideas.
it. I mean, not quite as crazy as like Star Citizen, but like getting up there. So
yeah. Star Citizen, that's my game fucking year next year and the year after.
It's never coming out.
Yeah.
Never played the first one. I've heard about them. I've heard it was good. So it's nice to see that people are getting what they want again. It looked really cool. The graphics look great, but I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know enough about the storyline or gameplay or backstory to really have a super strong opinion.
There's a monkey dude.
I saw that.
And there's a Wukong.
That is a monkey dude.
That exists in history. So if you connect the two, he's a monkey dude Wukong, which I know you kind of like.
I think he's
So
attempting to sell you a game.
So it's time
I see that.
time to get into it.
So speaking of things that people were asking for,
yeah. Next game, another 3, Kingdom Hearts 3, in the year of TBC, coming out for Xbox One and PS4. Yeah, it's the third Kingdom Hearts game. So, what do you think?
yeah, I'm buying it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not very happy about the summon system. That's all.
Why?
It's Disney park rides.
Oh, really?
They showed you like one summon.
It's kind of weird.
It's Disney park rides.
He saw one summon. He's getting weird.
It's ping pong.
It's the damn like train that goes through like the
I
desert.
saw a thing. I'm judging the game.
I love that ride.
I love that ride too. I don't want to summon it. I want to summon characters from Disney and Final Fantasy games.
It's fair. I don't want to summon it.
You saw it? Never mind.
If I could
I'm
ride
not
it,
even going to
I'll
get
summon
into an argument with you. The summons have always been Disney.
Huh? They've always been characters.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, there's like fucking 80 of these, and they all got crazy names, and I will never play them. I played 1 and 2 a little bit, and they're neat, but not for me. Probably should play them more, but they're so simplistic. I can't do it.
See, they're pretty short too, so.
And I don't care about Disney. I don't like Disney shit that much. But the Final Fantasy stuff and all that stuff's really neat. Not talking shit. This one looks cool though. And actually, I saw the gameplay. It's 2017, so like the game is way better looking, and like the combat is way more robust. It looks a lot more interesting. There's some cool stuff too. I can't remember, but I remember some kind of gadget or something like that he was using that was kind of neat.
Well, his Keyblade was changing into something, or something like that.
Yeah, I thought there's something else to it though.
I don't know. In the Toy Story map, he was doing a lot of different things.
I just think it'll be really exciting to see again another game that was popular a while back. People wanted like actual sequel to. Getting it now because now it's going to look amazing.
Super convoluted. Like, let's make a bunch of mobile titles that are like side story things and.
Birth by Sleep was a main story.
Yeah, well, still, the problem they are going to run into though when you do stuff like that is if it's connected and you got people playing this game like, I don't know what the fuck where any of this came from. So that's the only complaint I have with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it is very convoluted story wise.
By Sleep 1/0.7 friendship is magic.
That's Kingdom Hearts 365/2.
Nights into dreams adventure.
Why is it turned into a Sega game?
I don't know. I'm just going down the algorithm.
Anyways,
Cross Street Fighter.
HD Remix 2.579.
I didn't
Turbo
even.
Edition.
I didn't even have to see anything on this game. I was gonna buy it. So
Same.
Why not just buy it for the fuck of it? Because it looks pretty cool.
I'll be interested. I'm not a huge Disney fan. I like Disney though, and I'm interested to see what other areas of Disney universes they're going to explore.
I want to see Toy Story. Because I like Toy Story.
well, and at least that was confirmed, so you know it's there.
Right.
Cars, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think I cared either until you actually go to Disneyland and it's like one of the best rides in the park.
It's neat, yeah.
So
I just want them to go back to Wonderland. It's my favorite.
Maybe we'll.
you went both games, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's my favorite.
they have a lot of new properties they could be throwing in this too
Yeah.
since the last game
And
came
we
out.
talked about the Star Wars thing.
that-
Kinda
yeah.
fucking freaked out about
Well,
that at the same time.
Disney alone, there's a lot of new properties. I mean, there's Frozen, there's
Marvel.
Moana, and stuff like that. So
Coco.
it's not out yet. I mean, maybe by the time this
It's
game
gonna
comes
be
out.
I think it came out. I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Coco. Hopefully there's Coco Land.
The, I don't
Swiss
know.
Miss.
This screenshot we're looking at is very obviously Hercules.
Yeah, which is also in but the first
It
two
looks
games as
neat.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so last game on the list, a game I do not think is
Ooh.
coming out next year. I don't know when the fuck it's coming out. I haven't seen anything on
It's
it.
never coming out.
It's coming out in 2020. I think it's actually going to come out in 2077. Cyberpunk 2077. They actually already gave the release date. So coming out for everything except for Switch. It's CD Projekt Red's game that they're being very tight-lipped about. It's apparently going to be very Deus Ex-like, though. It's supposed to be able to let you like make your own character, explore this world. There's some shit they were talking about, like vehicles that can fly. People program for that, which tells me that the world's gonna be huge.
Job applications for people who were familiar with vehicle operation and concepts and stuff like that. So
these guys made the Witcher series, which everybody knows. The Witcher 3 is like fucking amazing. It's so good. Whatever these guys do, I'll be excited about. But like Cyberpunk is like dope. The trailer that came out like fucking 8 years ago was really neat.
the teaser.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool. I love the way they did it, and the style's so cool. The fucking multi-lensed goggles and shit that they have, like it looks way too cool.
So yeah, they nailed the cyberpunk look, which I love because it's such a like an underused genre. The only people who touch it ever are indie developers. In fact, that one pixel
so
art
weird.
game coming out looks really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of it.
It's
but
almost got like a Blade Runner
that
vibe
one's
too.
really fucking cool looking.
Cyberpunk was really big in like the late 80s.
God, I love that. It's my favorite sci-fi. So, yeah, and that a company of this caliber is actually going to make a cyberpunk game now is super exciting because, like I said, it's always indie companies, and I'm not complaining that indie companies are making cyberpunk games. But I'm complaining that AAA companies don't touch it.
Yeah.
So,
I just, in a weird way, it's such a fucking tease knowing these guys are making this game and they haven't shown shit on it.
yeah.
Like, because they've been working on it for a long time, so you know when they show something off, it's not gonna be like a tech demo. It's not gonna be like this. We're gonna show you like what a street looks like.
This
like,
is what she looks like as a static 3D model.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're past that. They've been working on this for years. So like I feel like when they show it off, which I'm hoping this 2018 most anticipated game is footage of this at E3. Because yeah, I feel like if they show it off, they're gonna show off gameplay. They're gonna show off like actually running around.
It's also supposed to have multiplayer in it too.
I was gonna say character
That's what I heard,
creation.
which would be fucking insane. Like it's gonna be the perfect game.
You could actually do runs with people. I mean, that would be
With your own made characters with their own stats, it's like fucking
Skills
being
and
able to
stuff.
play like Morrowind with a friend or whatever.
It's pen and paper in 3D. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
that'd be, and even if you could only play with one other person, that's more than I could ever wish for.
Yeah.
If we play with more than that, that'd be fucking
Mind
done.
blowing.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
I'll be dead by the time this comes out. Though, so
Yeah.
the actual singularity future will happen.
I'll be in
and
my
I'll
90s.
Upload myself into a
I say-
fucking computer, and I'll be able to play it that way.
That's the far stretch of saying being dead with how fast technology increases the lifespan and how faster technology advances.
Let's not get into this conversation.
Have,
Anyways.
have you
This
seen
guy's
how
gonna be
I
5
eat?
hours long?
I'll be dead.
You'll be fine.
I'm already drinking Soylent, so fucking.
They've already got a pill coming out soon. I'm sure that'll make you fine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make you fine. You're gonna look good.
It's got nano machines in it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's gonna be coming out.
Yeah. So any games that we missed on that list? One actually that was on my list that was not on this was EDF, the new Earth Defense Force.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that will be coming out next year because it looks pretty much
No
done.
one's gonna talk about that game. That's why it's not on that list.
That's one of my most anticipated games for any year. Is fucking when they're like fucking Earth Defense Force coming out. I'm like, fuck yes, give it to me. It's so fucking good.
They're fun.
So good. So yeah, that's one they didn't mention, and they should have because it deserves the respect of Naughty Dog game. I don't mean that.
I will say that's asking a lot.
That's a stupid claim, but they're really fucking good.
They deserve attention though. They're fun games.
They got Ace Combat on there. They need EDF.
It's not necessarily a standalone game, but it's an expansion. It's a new World of Warcraft expansion.
Sure. You anticipate that.
That is a release.
You have my permission to anticipate that.
I don't need your permission. I'm gonna.
Woo! We're all independent here. There's no
I'm a
rulers.
strong, independent woman. I don't need no man.
Preach.
All right.
Anything anticipated? I anticipate Chris carrying over that strength as a strong woman into 2018.
Mostly anticipate just because I enjoyed their other game, but something Sphere.
Ukamo Game Sphere.
Really?
Well, that's old school.
The
Odin Sphere?
No. I'm gonna look it up real quick because I can't remember now.
Tetris Sphere. Remember
I
that?
played that. I'm actually a fan of Tetris. I would
So
never
am
get
I.
excited for one though. It would just come out and be like, "Yep, this happened. This is happening." I guess I'm playing Tetris. I literally on my Samsung Gear S, whatever the fuck, Watch 3. There's a small like Tetris game you can download for it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Nice,
I'm gonna play Tetris on my Watch. This is dope.
What was that one game they're making for 3D that has the little animal, the mouse that talks in sign language?
Oh, the VR game.
Yeah.
Tail something. Tail sign language boy. Little.
I can't remember. You know, a game came out that I didn't even know came out though. I'm pretty sure it came out. That platformer for Xbox with the fox character.
Yeah.
I think that came out.
I think it did too.
Kind of curious to see if it got a good review or not, because that might be something to get on Xbox as well.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, me and Chris are on the same page on that one though. Like the character's just so like blasé, just like looks like a kid.
Yeah, but if the
like
game's
a kid's
fun.
series of like ABCs, teach your kid ABCs shit.
Game's Lost Sphere, by the way.
He's
That's what I was
got a
thinking.
blue
of.
hoodie and just a fox.
It's by Tokyo RPG Company. They did. I can't think of
something.
names. The game I beat and reviewed last year that was the indie RPG
I Am
with Square.
Setsuna?
I Am Setsuna.
Oh,
It is.
I got it.
It is made by the same company. I think it's also supposed to take place. It's either supposed to take place in the same universe or it's like a spiritual successor in that sense. So
I feel like anything they make them is something worth looking out for though, just because I Am Setsuna was well received by like everybody. So
yeah, I mean it's super bare bones, but it was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
it was such a throwback. It was cool. So I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully they can actually like push some stuff forward a little bit with their ideas. So
yeah,
instead of keeping it so minimal. Plus, I'd like to see a place that isn't just pure snow.
yeah, there's a lot of snow in that game.
There's only snow in that game.
Yeah, I mean it's good for design purposes. You don't have to really do a whole lot.
Well, and it made sense.
White.
It made sense in the setting of their world.
Real whitewashing.
So, but yeah, I am looking. That is one I am looking forward to because I obviously played and beat I Am Setsuna and had a good time with it. So
Yeah. Anything else? There's a lot of things coming out next year. A lot of fucking. There's 4 pages of fucking endless scrolling.
When does the Secret of Mana remake come out?
Probably next year.
Next year. That won't.
I would
that
all
won't.
guarantee
That won't
it.
take very long.
Yeah,
right?
it already looks done. So.
I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that too. Yeah,
I want
that's
that.
a good one.
Man, Square's actually making stuff lately.
Yeah, good for them.
so
Them and Nintendo, man, fucking good job.
I can waste the rest of my life away playing the rest of their RPGs.
In a nutshell, though, it seems like 2018 is almost a return to form and going back to what people actually want. It's pretty neat to see that there's so many fucking games coming out that like are games that we want and they're actually doing. So I mean, that's awesome. It's pretty exciting. It's a little daunting to know how much money I'm going to be spending next year.
You thought it was bad this year.
It's not getting easier. It's not getting easier. I need to get a second job for this hobby.
Then not play anything because you won't have any time.
Yeah. Well, that's my problem right now.
It's paying us to play the games for you.
Yeah. Let's chill. Let's but yeah, let us know in the comments. What is your most anticipated game? Is it any of the ones we mentioned? Probably, because we mentioned a lot. I know a lot of you
probably
love
Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if there's other ones, let us know. I want to know why too, because there's so many games coming out. If there's any we missed, let us know. If there's games you think we might be interested in, let us know. I play everything, and it's ruining my life. I played like 8. What was my list? That was all this last week. That wasn't like last 2 weeks. That was literally this last week. I played all those fucking games for like an hour apiece. I was like, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. I actually sat down and played Evil Within 2, and I'm about to beat it. I'm gonna beat it. And yeah, let us know in the comments though. Everything is on your mind. And that's going to do it for this episode of Tasty Cast, episode 45. I feel like a pretty long one.
Yeah, it was.
As always, if you enjoyed the episode, like, subscribe. And make sure to check out other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out the streams on the channel. I am doing it again. If you missed them, they're uploaded. Check them out on Twitch, Tasty_Fruit. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And until the next episode, which will be next Tuesday, for Tasty Tuesday, have a good weekend, guys, and take it easy.
This is my reaction phase.
I'm reacting!
I'm helping.